am sure sports. You know me there, I'm coast to coast representing. I mean, I say this is righteous representing for Omar. You don't know, come get the sports over here from near and far. Boy. Me say I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. If me not sure, that me not say it. Know who score, that me not say it. Never know the game play, that me not say it. If me never seen a game, me not know who play. For your sports news, better come over here so. For your soccer news, then come over here so. If you don't love sports, still come over here so. For the day done, you are gonna love over here so.
So when it comes on to behavior concerning football, Jamaica is decent. I am sure that if we can get all of these things done, set in place by the end of April, it gives us enough time before the World Cup campaign. Not afraid of no Brazil, no Argentina with these crap of players. We are good enough. Remember to like, subscribe, share. Listen, comment. Let me know what your thoughts are.
Trick-Nick Jerk Marinade gives your meats and vegetables authentic Jamaican jerk flavor. The spices are directly from Jamaica. Spices like jerk seasoning, allspice, Scotch bonnet pepper, fresh scallions, thyme, ginger, and garlic. The key ingredients to a great jerk marinade. 0% sugar and low in sodium. You want to try it?
Made up of 18 Jamaican herbs and spices. Add delicious, bold flavor to your next grilling experience. Flavoring sauce, a marinade, basting, condiment, or topping. Trick-Nick Jerk Barbecue Sauce.
Yes, it's finally here. The Russie's Brosis Foundation presents the official groundbreaking of the Colin Miller Sports Complex on Friday, December the 16th, 2022. Let's come meet and greet the barbecue session at the auditorium. On Saturday, December the 17th, 2022, the official groundbreaking ceremony. And don't forget the doubleheader football match between the Colin Miller International versus Emerson D. Henry Russie's All-Stars. It's a family affair. Food and refreshment on sale. To miss is to diss. Russie's Brosis to the world.
All right. Good morning and welcome to the big World Cup show. I am Manning's Man and you are tuned into I Am Sure Sports. All right, you know what we normally do in the morning. The first thing we do when we rise up is to give thanks to the Almighty God, the creator of the heavens and the earth, and we give him thanks for life. We have life and that life is abundant life in him, and we are very grateful that we're alive to see another day. We trust in the Lord with all our hearts. We lean not on our own understanding. In all our ways, we acknowledge him, and he continues to direct our path. We are blessed to be alive. And in everything, we give thanks because this is the will of God in Christ Jesus concerning us. That doesn't mean that we are thankful for all the things that happen to us in this life. But here's what, we give thanks in all the things that we go through in life. Right? You know how things are made. You're making a cake, you put the substance you put in to make the cake by themselves, they may not be the best. But when they are mixed with other ingredients, it gives the cake this awesome, wonderful flavor. So in our life, we take the good, we take the bad, we take the in-between, the indifferent, we put them all together and we celebrate all the occasions as we maximize our life's potential. Big thank you to the sponsors of this video. The sponsors are Prestige Finance, lending a helping hand when you need it the most. You can call them at 876-884-7390. Prestige Finance is located in Linstead, St. Catherine, Jamaica. And Prestige Finance is offering you loans of up to 100,000 Jamaican dollars. There's no processing fee, same day processing, and only 0 to 4% interest rate. Also, big thank you to Launch Legacy, where they handle risk and they seek legacy. For all your personal insurance needs in Canada and the USA, visit Launch Legacy at launchlegacy.com or call or text them at 647-989-0782. All right, when you stop working for money, Launch Legacy will get your money to start working for you. Big up to Roger Sharp, Dave, Fresh God, and all the other persons viewing and watching at this time. We are grateful that you are one of the viewers or one of the subscribers on the platform, right? We know that people don't always agree with us. Do you know that it's kind of amazing, right? So people see YouTube platform, not just me, but different persons. And because they disagree with something you say, they actually carry hate for you, right? This is not like some political or some crime platform. This is sports. So I want us all to know this, that you don't need to hate somebody because they like Messi and they don't prefer Ronaldo, or they prefer Ronaldo over Messi, or they prefer Mbappe, or they prefer Brazil over Argentina, right? I want you to take a look at what is happening in areas like Trenchtown and Rima. The kind of joy that is being exhumed by the World Cup play and the triumph of a Brazil, right? Maybe the people in Brazil don't know Trenchtown, but the people in Trenchtown celebrate Brazil as if it is their own. And the place where there has been conflict and war and chaos between Trenchtown and Rima, the World Cup has brought a sense of peace. On the platforms that we share, if when you come on, you feel such hate for people, you have to check your heart over sports. I put it to you that Mbappe doesn't know you. Ronaldo doesn't know you. If you're sick and in the hospital, they ain't sending no money to give you. They're not going to pay your family or give your family money to bury you. A lot of these players that we argue over and fight over, they don't care a hoots about me or about you. So let us just see them as conversation to have and not ways of building hate and envy and create conflict. Let's not that be the case. I've seen on platforms where people telling people about mother and all those kind of things. People you have never met. You don't, except for the host, some of you have never met the people. You don't see them. You understand me? Some of these persons are 18-year-old talking to a person who is 68, who is on the platform, telling them about their mother. We have lost respect over sport. And I want to help us all to bring back some sanity. And I keep on saying to people, sports provide an opportunity to unite, even when opinions are divided. Let's keep it that way. That's just my word of encouragement to you. If you have no respect for a man because he has a particular sporting view about a player that you don't agree with, something is wrong with you and not with the person. I tell people this, I support Arsenal, but I don't hate anybody who support any other team. For me, Arsenal is Arsenal. The people who own Arsenal, they don't care about even Jamaica, much less you or me. They are there for the money, not for you and for me. The Brazil team will not, at the end of their game, say thank you, Jamaica. Argentina will not come out and say thanks to all the Jamaicans who supported us. They will not. Neither will the people in France or in Spain. Remember that. In fact, some of the nations that some of us want to win, they have exploited some of us, our foreparents, but we still celebrate them. I wish we would also transfer some of this passion to our own home nation, Jamaica. Let's move into some sports because that's what we are here about. 2 games are coming up today. Morocco versus Spain and Portugal. Yes, Portugal versus Switzerland. Ties have been decided. The quarterfinal, we're anticipating some key clashes. I want to encourage you to hit the like button. I want to encourage you to subscribe and to share the content with someone else. If you have not yet subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to I Am Sure Sports and be a part of the family. At halftime, we'll have our call-in section. You can call in and give your thoughts. Yes. And we'll have a post-game show. At the end of the second game today, we will be having Robin Fraser of Colorado Rapids on our program. And he'll be discussing with us something big that is happening in Jamaica in this month of December in a couple of weeks. You're going to want to hear that because it is your opportunity to probably help a youngster to experience their dream, fulfill their dream in the sport of football. The starting 11 for both teams is on the screen. Spain, in their starting 11, they have in goal Unai Simon of the Athletic Club. He's a 25-year-old goalkeeper. They have Marcos Llorente, 27-year-old of Atletico Madrid. They have Rodri, the man from Manchester City. Laporte from Manchester City. Alaba at left back from Barcelona. They have the Barcelona midfield 3 of Gavi, Busquets, and Pedri. Up front, they have Fernan Torres, also of Barcelona. Asensio is the only Real Madrid man in the starting 11, and Dani Olmo of RB Leipzig. That is the starting 11 for the Spaniard. For Morocco, they have the Sevilla goalkeeper, Yassin Bounoui, in goal. They have Hakimi of PSG, Agord of West Ham at centre-back, along with Sayez of Besiktas in Turkey at centre-back, and at left-back they have the Bayern Munich man, Mazraoui. In midfield, they have the man from Angers, Azzedine Unai. They also have Rabat of Fiorentina in midfield, and Amala of Standard Liège, he is in midfield. Up front, they have Ziyech of Chelsea, En-Nesyri of Sevilla, and Buffal of Angers. 2 very strong teams here today, expecting a good game. In fact, this is the second World Cup meeting between Morocco and Spain. In the first, in 2018 group stage, Morocco twice took the lead before drawing 2-2 with Lago Aspas scoring a last-minute Spain equalizer. As for Spain, Enrique makes 5 alterations to the side that lost to Japan. In the defense, Rodri is the only one to retain his place, with Llorente coming in for Azpilicueta at right back, Laporte replacing Torres at centre back, and Alaba starting ahead of Balde at left back. The midfield trio of Gavi, Busquets, and Pedri remains the same, with the other 2 changes coming in attack. William drops to the bench and is replaced by Torres on the right wing, with Asensio leading the attack instead of Morata. Morocco makes one change to the team that beat Canada last time out. It comes in midfield with Amala replacing Sabiri, and Nesiri leads the attack and will be looking to become the first ever Morocco player to score 3 goals at the World Cup with the Sevilla striker level with Salihidini, Basir, Adil Hada, and Kahiri on 2 goals. All right. So, so Spain finished as runner-up in Group E after losing to Japan last time out, trashing Costa Rica 7 in their first match. A draw against Germany meant a loss versus Japan would see them drop below Halmoraisu men. Taking the lead early on, though, Alvaro Morata's second half strike from Ritsu Doan and Tanaka gave Japan the win. Luis Enrique side briefly dropped below Costa Rica when they came behind, but you know how that went already. But I have our top class analyst Huntley Swaby joining, and also our highly astute and well-versed commentator, a Spaniard in terms of his fan support, Dimo Dre, joining us as well for this one. Good morning, gentlemen. Welcome to the show this morning.
Good morning, guys. Morning, everybody in the comment section. Big up yourself, Sir Swaby. Big up.
Good morning, gents. Demo, big up yourself. Man is man, big up yourself. Everybody in the comment section that's joining and who hasn't joined yet, good morning, and I hope your day is going to be as pleasant as the previous days.
Yeah, man. I just want to say first off, though, I'm on here because obviously Spanish runs through my blood. But, it's early, it's Tuesday, so, work are kind of hectic. So I'm going to be in and out. But I had to come on, and any little break I get, I had to, be on to support them.
Definitely. Totally understand. Yeah, man. Good morning, Slabber 14 and K Sports TV. So, Dimo, it's your team. They are wearing blue strips today. Morocco gets to wear red with green shorts. This could spell bad luck. They're looking more like Manchester City than Barcelona. So you would have to take away the commentary as the game has kicked off.
Actually, Morocco actually looks like Portugal in a way. Very similar jerseys. As there's an early foul here, Moroccans coming out aggressive, a tackle on a Spanish player that I'm not seeing right now. Oh, it looks like Jordi Alba, and he's down, holding his left leg, back up right now. And
followed by Hakim Ziyech.
Yeah. I'm looking for an exciting game. Not for some strange reason, I'm not seeing a lot of goals. I'm expecting this to be cagey at some point. Obviously, Spain will possess the ball as much as they can. I'm looking probably at 70-30 in Spain's favor. And let's see how it goes. I don't know what you're expecting, Sir Swaby.
Well, I will. Well, first thing, let's talk about the change of strip with Spain. Having them looking like Man City will not help their morale. Because we know Man City, whenever they get to this place in the Champions League, there's no further to go. Just to say that for the Man City fans. But yes, Spain's gonna dominate possession, or at least try to. And right away, from the first couple of seconds in the game, you can see what Morocco is all about. Whenever they get close enough, they're gonna allow the Spain players to recognize that they gotta be contenders in a challenge, dropping off in their half, making sure that they have a sound foundation to work from. And I think this Morocco team can hurt the Spain team, how athletic they are on the break. So Spain has to be very smart and not turn this ball over too in the midfield carelessly, because this team is super fast and will put stress on them physically down the middle. So I'm looking for a good game all the way around, though. Two different teams, two total different teams.
Yeah, and early out, the referee is kind of setting the tone on those challenges, looking like he's not having any,
talking to Ziyech and Alaba. Kind of giving them stern warnings. Welcome, South Croy, to the chat. Says, good morning, Mannings man. England will win the World Cup and you will be crying. Trust me, I won't. Rajic Sharp says, morning, gentlemen. Starboy says, morning, Manning's man from Philadelphia. And I don't forget you. Okay, big up, Stars. Listen, if you come on and you don't hear the commentator and the panel, you know, I don't know. What should we do, Fresh Cut?
5 minute ban, man. 5 minute ban. 5 minute ban.
And if you
No
hear
man, no ban, man. $5 super chat.
yeah,
Oh, yes, you're right.
yeah. If you don't heal up the panel, you know, you understand me, and the commentator, you know, careful, you know. Demo says $5 super chat for that, you know.
Yes, I take back what I said. $5 super chat.
Yeah. The ticket to Qatar is not cheap, you know. You know, the man have to travel and him come on this platform to talk live from Qatar and no response. Go ahead, Demo, with the commentary.
Yeah, I mean, Spain had possession in the Morocco 18-yard area. It's cleared, but there's an interesting change. With Lorente coming into play right back ahead of Carvajal. I'm not sure what the deal is, but I find that very, very interesting. I also find that Morata not starting. I think he probably earned his. I'm not his biggest fan, but he probably earned his call up, and he should have probably been starting this game. But you know, they went for the false nine, and Asensio. I think that's the starting three that started the first game. So let's see how it goes.
Hey, quick comment here, Demo. Do you and Mannesman, do you think that Morata reminds us of Higuain?
Higuain, no boss.
No. Not in the way they play, but they infrequently finish chances.
I think Morata is way worse at that. And I mean, his stats are going to say differently for Spain, but I think he misses a load of chances, way more than Higuain did.
All right. Point taken.
Yeah, as there is a throw in now to the Spanish team, they're playing it around the back with makeshift centre back Rodri. I'm not sure if Pep is going to employ that at any time for Manchester City. Very strange decision to have him playing centre back. They're passing it around, keeping possession. Typical Spanish passing, back and forth, lateral. The dynamic number 9 of Gavi on the ball passes it wide. Now here's a run down the right hand side. Lorente, who came in, it's out for a goal kick to Morocco as it deflected off a tackle. So goal kick Morocco. Nothing too extravagant happening right now in the game. Kind of tame start in terms of goal threats, but it's early doors.
Yeah. All right, big up Jason King Java as well. Jason, you got it wrong. You cannot come on, Jason, and say bless up Manning's man. What about the panel and the chat and things? So anybody who just hails Manning's man, you don't hail the chat, you don't hail the commentator and the analyst, then you have to pay your dues. Starboy says, my bad guys, my grandmother taught me better. Good morning to your panel as well. And you know, I think your commentator is doing well. That's to you, dear Demo. Then BB Cross is the second lady to join the stream this morning. She says, good morning, Manning's man. Panel and chat. There you go. She got it right. The lady got it right. She's the only one, I think, alongside Fresh God, to have gotten it right this morning. Big up. Big up. Yes.
Yeah, man. Big up. So Spain again in possession after Morocco had a decent, looking. Spain has possession now, passing it around.
Thank you very much.
We're in Rodri.
Okay.
No,
minute
go ahead.
Minute number 7. It's 0-0. As seem like Demon and I are almost at the close same place. Alaba back to Laporte, Rodri here with it, coming right up to the center circle, ball in midfield to Busquets, back to Rodri. Rodri comes right to Lorente, the right back, who goes all the way across to Laporte. Laporte out back to Alaba. Alaba with the ball forward that looked like to Pedri, who twists, turns, comes back to this is the man from City, Rodri, back to Laporte. Spain just 10 players in the in the Moroccan half as Laporte stepped back in it, ball coming to this right side. Morocco just sitting deep and allowing Spain to have all that possession. They're just going back and across, so they're probably going to be completing again over 1,000 passes, as Mr. Speed said yesterday. But I'm going to hand you over to a man who's going to do this commentary for you in Spanish right now. His name is D. Modre.
What has set up my life? What minute are you on? What minute are you on?
8 minutes and some seconds now, and like 8 minutes, 4, 5, 6, 6 seconds.
All right, there's a foul on the Moroccan play in the Moroccan box.
Yeah,
I'm just trying to change my feed.
Yeah, I'm 8 minutes and 35 seconds.
Yeah.
At this moment, you can see that there is a pattern setting up where the Moroccans are not gonna high press.
Yeah.
Unless it's on their build up and it's a turnover, so they're gonna repress and try to win the ball back, if not stop the play on the counter press. Naturally dropping off into a mid block, not a low block, a mid block, because even when the ball is 5 yards in their half, they're still about 8 to 9 yards outside the 18, so it's not really a low block. But then when they win the ball back, you can see Spain trying to repress it. If unsuccessful, then they will drop off, not into a mid block, but a confrontational line right around the center circle.
Yeah. Big up Arville Brown from Canada joining the stream. Bless up. And thanks for coming on, Arville. Still nil-nil.
I think I knew why Manning's man was ahead of me. I was on the wrong stream. All right. So right now, Morocco is on the attack right now, deep into the Spanish half. There's a good tackle by Llorente who came in, but it's a foul to Morocco on Boufal, who is going to be a tricky customer for this Spanish team. I think the foul is called on Gavi. But he pulled Busquets back, and that wasn't given as a foul. And then, no, the foul looks like it's on Llorente. Well, I don't even know where the foul is on, because it just looked like he fell. But the foul is given either way.
Free kick in a dangerous place here.
Hakimi over it. Ziyech over it. Two quality players for Morocco. See Unai Simon in goal. Kind of had a shaky couple games, especially playing the ball out.
Yeah, looks like a shaky goalkeeper.
I cannot understand how this man is still in the goal for Spain. I mean, I understand because they want him to use the ball with his feet, but
yeah, he's just a better player than the goalkeeper that you wanted to see in
there. I just need I need goalkeepers to keep the ball out of the net. Here now is Ziyech. Line the top. Hakimi kicks. Oh, my stream froze. What happened?
It missed by about 12 to 15 inches, but it was a good try. Right, the pace was good on the ball.
Yeah, but I think the keeper had that covered though.
He was covered. Yes, perfectly covered.
It was in place and in position. Ball curling. I'm trying to find what you call would be the near post, high up into the top bin, what you call the V, but didn't get it to go up, over, and down in time, so it went over the top of the goal.
Yeah.
Spain seeks to come forward, building slowly. The possessional stats are saying already that Spain, in terms of possession, they are 81 to Morocco's 19, but Spain yet to create any quality opportunities from all the possession that they have had. They have completed over 106 passes to the 20 of Morocco.
That was risky stuff there from the goalkeeper from Morocco. He evaded the press eventually, but that was very tight stuff and risky stuff, and Morocco gets away with one, and there's a foul on the Moroccan player Boufal again by Rodri.
I don't think the keeper will be doing that for the rest of the game.
Very risky.
That's the kind of play that will leave you with what they call egg on your face.
As the press is on from Spain, and it's another foul. Gavi is fouling a lot. That's his second foul in probably as many as 2 minutes. Trying to win the ball back quickly. Very tenacious young player, a mixture of Xavi and Iniesta for the young kid. Star in the making. Here they win it back high, passes the inside, and it's a poor touch there. Gavi has not started the game well. Morocco picks it up. On the outside, they're passing it in their own half. Back to the goalkeeper, and they're just keeping possession for a bit. Rodri dominant in the air as the keeper goes along. I guess that's one of the advantages of playing him in the centre back area. He's one of the taller players for Spain. His aerial ability can
It
definitely be
can't be
used.
because Paul Torres is also tall.
I mean, I guess he's better all around than Paul Torres. Here now is Morocco on the attack down this left hand side. Ufal plays it in to the left back. He looks to plays in a cross. It's deep, and Unai Simon comes and claims ahead of the Moroccan attacker there. So Morocco not sitting back at the moment, trying to pick out El Nasiri there, but Unai Simon did well to claim.
I must
Big
say
up
this.
Royal Garrel, aka Stickman. Go ahead, Coach Swaby.
I can say right after the bat, there is respect for what Spain can do, but there is no fear in the Moroccans. The Moroccans know that they won their group, they earned the right to be in this position, and they're going to impose themselves every chance they get. And I like the speed that they're executing going forward. It reminds me somewhat of how the Japanese played yesterday, where they know they're not as elaborate as the Spanish to put 20 pass combinations in, but if they can get 5 or 6 passes through the lines going up and using the athleticism, all of a sudden they can become very threatening. I think this sample size of 15 minutes, honestly, this is how I see our Jamaican team playing with our athleticism, right? Being disciplined, organized, and when we have a chance to go forward, we go forward with speed and deliberate bad intentions for teams.
Carry on, coach. Carry on with the commentary a bit.
Yeah, so here it is, Spain on this right side here. Ball played back to the right back there. That is Loriente. It goes all the way over to Alaba. Alaba comes in midfield. I think this is Busquets on it. Back Pedri back to Rodri, who makes a dribble upfield. Busquets with it for Spain goes left to Jordi. This is Jordi Alba out here, but the Moroccan defense is really tight here, just like a dam being put to block water from coming out, not giving any space to this Spanish team. They are yet to break the Moroccan defensive line. I could see this game based on how it has started going into penalties and not even a goal scored as the Moroccans win this one. Playing it back here, Amrabat has been very good in CDM. They go back to their goalkeeper. Very risky, but plays in Spain as well, so he's very good with his feet. Morocco trying to come forward, ball given away. As Spain press high up the field. That was Lorente winning that one, but one back by the Spaniard, deflected off the Spanish player. It goes out for a throw-in. Yes, it is a throw-in for Morocco deep in their own half. That tackle there on Ferran Torres. The Moroccan fans are beating their drums and lots of noise in there. Like I did hear this, that there are more Moroccan fans in the stadium than they are, let's say, Spaniard fans, which is strange. Demo seem to be back with us.
Yes, I want to say something also.
Go ahead.
I want to say something also. You can see that the captain, I think he's the captain, Amarat, or no, the number 4 player who playing in the 6th position. I think he's going to be very, very important to breaking up plays in that midfield. And,
To be
and
fair to him, though, he has been one of the better CDMs so far. Go ahead, Coach Sweden.
yes, but in this particular game, they're gonna work him overtime, and you can see that he's up for it right now. The longer the game go, if he has to cover those two players constantly, which is Pedro and Gavi, then they might wear him down. You need somebody else in there to help him to close
Well,
that space and clog that space.
if you know him though from his time in Syria, he's not going to be worn down. I can promise you. He's going to go 120 minutes and more. So if that is the plan, it's not going to happen. Go ahead, Demo. As
Yeah, there's a cross into the box from Spain, dealt with by Morocco as they look to break now, but cleaned up well by Laporte. And wow, what a control by Dani Olmo. And there's a foul again on the Moroccan player. A number of fouls in this game so far. And Morocco takes their free kick, passing it around in their half. Back to the center back, who goes back to the goalkeeper, presses on, and he just clears it this time, not taking any chances. Clears it long, and Spain picks up. Here is Gavi, out muscled again. He dived in there to win back his header. Brilliantly done by the young man. And there's another foul on the play here for Spain. So not a lot of goal mode action so far in this game. A lot of possession for Spain. Morocco trying to hit on the counter. I mean, you can see this game being decided on a 1-goal margin quite easily.
You could also see it going to penalties as well.
Exactly. Oh, brilliant footwork there by Buffal. I told you this player is some player, man. I mean, it didn't quite work out for him at Southampton, but he always is a bag of tricks. As Morocco picks up, here's Hakimi, plays it out wide, beats one, does Ziyech, plays it down the line for Hakimi, tries to beat his defender. Now that he has 3 defenders on him. Spain does well. He crosses it into the box, and it's cleared away by Laporte.
Let me add something right now. Yeah. You can see that the Spanish recognize that this game, they have to match the physicality of the Moroccans. And this is the first game I've seen the Spanish team truly have to compete. And this is going to wear them down faster.
Well, they had to compete against Japan.
Yeah, but the Japanese, in
fact, they lost that game.
Yeah, in 2 different things, because these boys are bigger and even more athletic than the Japanese. So they're going to wear them down physically. And I think the longer this game goes at 0-0, it plays right into Morocco hands to win.
It's headed away. Go ahead, Coach.
I really think that if Morocco can take the Spanish out of their game by force them to deal with the physicality of their play, he's going to take them out of their game and ultimately will give Morocco a hand up in this game to win it. They're not scared. They're not scared. They respect. Beautiful play by the number 17 on the left side. They are not afraid of them. And I love this. It's going to be a good game.
The number 17 is Buffal. Very skilled player. Very smart with his feet.
You saw that just now?
Yeah, he will do that every day, man. He's very good with his feet. That's him right there.
Yep.
But end product he has to work on. I think that's why he was released by Southampton. Poor end product, but very good with his feet.
Man is a baller, man. This man is a baller, boss. Yeah, but I mean, you can see that. I mean, Morata would have been useful in this game for Spain in terms of his hold-up play. I'm not sure Asensio is the best at that. I know we're using the false 9, but Morata kind of offers more in terms of holding up the ball and relieving some, occupying defenders and relieving some pressure, as Morocco are in possession right now, passing it around. Plays it, looks for Hakimi, who chases, but Laporte covers and clears for a throw into Morocco.
Yeah. Want to encourage those of you watching, please remember, the earlier you hit the like button, the better it is. Not only that, we also want to encourage you, get somebody to subscribe to the platform today, right? We need to hit the 5,000 mark, and we need your help to do that. So go ahead, hit the, just get somebody, just say, listen, can you subscribe to this channel? Show it to them, and trust me, they will subscribe. So go ahead and just take a minute or two and do that right now. All right.
Not sure what the possession stats is saying now, Mannings, man, but I think it probably is a bit more even as Morocco grew into this game. I know Spain now
So let
has
me give it to
possession.
you. The possessional stats right now sees the Spaniards still up 69% to 31, so it has changed significantly, moved from out of the teens. Still 62 passes at 81% for the Moroccans, and 167 by the 174 now by the Spaniards. So they are making the lion's share of the passes, but 66 34. So it is a Buffalo foul there. But Morocco has had the only shot on target the only shot, it was off target so far.
I understand what Morocco is trying to do, but I think they got to be very careful, because if the cards start to be given 3, 4, 5, then it takes away so much from what they can do physically second half, because now they have to be very cautious.
But they haven't received any cards yet.
Yes, but I'm just saying, you can see the niggly fouls, right? And the referee is going to get a report at some point from the fourth official that, hey, that was a little bit up after the play. Oh wow! You will see what just happened just now. Go ahead, Demo. He's coming up on your end.
All right. Listen, but Morocco conceded one goal against. Only one goal they have conceded. So I don't see how they're going to concede a lot of goals. Only one goal they have conceded. Let's see, the Moroccan goalkeeper again playing with his feet and giving the ball away. But the Spaniard was in an offside position. Though it hit the post, I think it would not have been given. The player was offside. The flag is up. But the goalkeeper taking a risk and giving that ball away. But the Spaniard was in an offside position from the initial pass. Look who is here. We have not seen him all weekend. This is the man with the fun facts. Only 13 kilometers, 8 miles separate Spain and Morocco at their nearest point along the Strait of Gibraltar. All right. In fact, there's a team called Gibraltar in Spain that plays. That team have a lot of Moroccans on it. Hence, it is no surprise that the two countries share many cultural ties. Big up. Ball hitting the side netting there. Spaniard hitting the side netting there. Big up El Hero. Haven't seen him in a couple of days. Didn't see him yesterday. In fact, that was an opportunity for Spain. Ball fired into the side netting by the man in the number 10, Marcos Asensio. We have also joining us is another Liverpool man. So I'm surrounded by 3 Liverpool fans. I'm the only Arsenal man on the stream. We have Demo, who is a Liverpool fan. And not only that, but a Trent Alexander fan. We have Chris Lynn, who is a Liverpool fan. And we have Huntley Swaby, who is a Liverpool fan and an Allison fan. Don't know who is Chris Lynn's favorite Liverpool player. He's more like a team player, so he supports the entire team. Chris Lynn, welcome to the show.
Yes, Lawrence. Good morning to the viewers, Demo and Sir Huntley Swaby.
Yeah, man. What are your takes so far on the game? 28 minutes in.
Yeah, obviously going Morocco's way. They have seen how Germany and Japan went about playing against Spain. the pivotal man in midfield, Busquets. Basically, they have a player following him around all game long. Like he's not doing no pressing. All his job there is to do is to follow Busquets because Busquets is where this team get going basically. All those passes from midfield, he tends to make the right decisions in passes, and that's where everything starts. And I think Morocco is doing a good job. They would prefer to lose on penalty basically. That's how they shape up. And with 30 minutes almost gone, then it's going according to plan. Spain obviously they don't mind either. They want to get the ball. That's why they don't play with a number nine. Because they want to have the control of the ball. It's basically like trying to pass this ball in the back of the net. Something that I don't really like. I like to see a number nine because you need those runs, run off the back of defenders and all of that. But it's a good game so far.
Yeah, all right. Demo, you want to pick it up?
Yeah, I mean, I disagree wholeheartedly. It's not a good game. It's a very boring game so far. Not a lot of goal mode action. I mean, the Asensio just had a shot, and that's probably the most exciting the game has been so far. Spain obviously wants to pass people to sleep. The Moroccans are happy doing that and hitting on the break. So, I mean, two different people watch a game and have two different opinions. That's just how it is in football.
Yeah, but Demo, you have a your team is playing, so you're looking for something.
Yeah. No. I don't have a problem with how they're playing. I just think it's boring now. I mean,
Isn't this how they played and won the World Cup in 2010?
Every time Spain play, this is how they play. So
I don't know. There was nothing exciting.
I didn't expect nothing different from them.
Yeah, exactly. But this
Demo,
game is boring.
I think Demo is start the second guess is support
Not
for Spain.
not at all.
You know,
I'm
but-
saying the game is boring. The game itself is boring.
you know,
I didn't expect anything different from Spain. Spain plays a lot of games and they played exciting games because the other team are coming at them and firing shots and blah blah blah. But this one, Moroccans are just sitting back, soaking up all the passing and the pressure and trying to hit on the break. Here now is tackled up by Morocco. And they won it back in midfield. It almost plays it back to Rodri. Rodri plays it to Gavi, who did not start the game too well. He's growing into it now. As Spain looks to try to break down this Moroccan structure in defense. Rodri to Laporte. And they're just passing it around amongst themselves right now. Looking to thread the eye of the needle.
Daphne Jackson to the stream, the third female to join the stream. Big up Duckland Stennett, Everton Jackson, Brian Myton, Siobhan Peart, bless up yourself, healing up the crew as usual. He says, morning management and the panelists, hope you're all doing well. As far as I know, everybody doing well, man. Everton says, Spain game plan of getting Morocco to press them for the ball is not working. Morocco is conserving energy, knowing that this game will be about second half, possibly extra time. Duckland says Morocco is playing a bit close to their own goal. I foresee a long-range shot from Spain. Brian says, yo, Demo, calm down, bossy. It's Spain playing the beautiful game, the beautiful way, bossy.
I'm sorry. I'm very calm. I don't understand why must I calm down.
Yeah, but I beg to differ, Demo. You sound a little bit nervous, man. I don't know what. I don't know if it's because Pretty's on the thing now.
Wait. So let me ask. This is an exciting game for you guys? Like, this is exciting?
For me?
For everybody on the panel.
For me, all football games exciting. You were talking about, is it a great game now? Not yet, because there's no goal mode action, but you can see how both teams are trying to figure out the next one to break the next one down.
You remember the Japan game yesterday? I'm not sure what minute. Oh, good shot there by Morocco, good save by Simon. But the Moroccan game, not the Japan game yesterday with Croatia. Yeah. I'm not sure what minute they scored in. But even when it was 0-0, it was a very exciting game.
43rd minute, yeah. The score just before halftime.
The game was very exciting yesterday. And
Yeah,
it wasn't because goals were going in or anything. I'm just saying this game is not exciting.
and
I'm not saying
I
anything
agree
wrong.
with you from that perspective. I do, because I thought that game yesterday was the best game played so far in the World Cup, and I'll not challenge anyone, but I'll put that to anyone to show me a better game where two teams went out and played football and played their style. But you're probably not going to have that with the Moroccan team, because that Japanese team had months and months together to get
Yeah,
things right,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
But the what I'm seeing from the Moroccan team right now, they give respect, but Spain have to earn the right to beat this team. Earn the right to beat this team. This
Yeah,
team believe in
definitely.
itself.
Yeah. Yeah, Morocco is still one of the unbeaten teams in the World Cup.
There you
Oh,
go.
here
There's
is
four.
Spain on the attack. He crosses it into the box looking for the shortest play on the pitch, which is Gavi. He didn't pick up. Morocco wins it. And Spain recycles Busquets. Busquets back. Oh, he loses possession. Now to Buffal down this left hand side. One of the danger men. He plays it with his left foot, tries to make a big switch, fails miserably, and Simon passes it out. Go ahead, guys.
By the way, Percy, good morning, sir.
Morning, morning, sir, Sir Huntley.
Good morning. Good morning. Yes. Like I said, after about 14 minutes, you could see, 'cause most of these international games, after 15 minutes, you see the patterns emerging of the intention of both teams, right? Um, now it's the 34th minute or 35th minute, so we have a 20 minutes of steady pattern of what's going to happen. Um, Morocco having 10 players, 11 players behind the ball, well organized, well drilled. And every time they win it, they're trying to go forward quickly as possible. I think the last 4 or 5 times the Moroccans have had the ball, the first pass is the pass that let them down. While if you're trying to play a counter-attacking football, the first pass is your most important pass. Because if you get that pass right, it sets everything up with the movement going forward. At this moment, the Spaniards have pushed the Moroccans all the way back on top of the 18, but the Moroccans have stayed disciplined and organized and concentrated to ultimately winning a foul to recover on the ball. But a game like this, because I'm a soccer junkie, Demo, I still find this appealing because you're gonna watch to see how Spain is gonna break them down, and this might take Spain a full 120 minutes, and it can also take them 5-6 seconds on a turnover. I think what Spain have to do to get an upper hand in this game is the moment Morocco win the ball, they have to repress them, because that's the best time to regain and to recover possession and turn that quick turnover in possession in something positive.
All right. It is 36 minutes. Dimo, you want to pick up the commentary because it's still 0-0. Want those of you who listening to hear what is going on. So we're going to hand you over to Dimo Jury over there in Qatar, and he's with Chris Lynch.
Dima Jewelry.
Yeah, right. Peter Jury, Dima Jury, and Ian Beglin. We call him Chris Lynch in Jamaica, but he's actually Ian Beglin there. So let's hear from Dima Jury, and then we'll hear from Ian Beglin over there in Qatar. Live
I
commentary.
didn't say that's something.
Busquets picking up position. They try to pierce the gap there. Morocco intercepts. Here's Zaich. Plays it back. He plays it out for a throw into Spain. Morocco, they're not holding on to possession as well as they were early in the game. As Coach Sebi mentioned, they're really pegged back now to like their 18-yard as Spain continues to dominate. Again, only one goal mode action from Spain so far from that Asensio shot. Chris mentioned earlier that they tend to want to pass the ball into the back of the net. This is something that I love, that intricate passing to get the goal. They're passing it around right now. Again, 11 men behind the ball for Morocco. Here is Ferran Torres tries to beat his man, tackled up well by Buffal, who is coming back to help his left back and doing wonderfully well to earn a throw for Morocco. He's working really hard. One of the better players in the game so far is Sofiane Buffal.
Yeah, man. What say you, Chris Lynch?
Dima stream ahead, man. So I have to let Dima talk.
Oh.
Dima stream Chemistry at least probably 45 seconds ahead.
I hear you. Oh, okay. All right. Well, at this present time, the possessional stats has changed again. Spain are now at 70 percent. Morocco 30. Morocco increased not by a lot. 91 passes. The percentage of accurate passes have dropped down to 75%. So they are getting poorer in terms of their passing accuracy, while Spain is increasing 274 accurate passes, completed 93%. In terms of passes in the opposition half, Spain have 177 in Morocco's half. Morocco only have 25 passes in Spain half of the field. So you can tell that everything is in favor of Spain, but it is not passes that win matches, it is goals. And yeah, if we could talk about that, then the closest that we have seen is that powerful hit by the Moroccan player from around 24 yards that Unai Simon had to go low to his right to save, and Enesiri was not able to capitalize on the rebound. Spain also had one that was rocket into the side netting. For the fans in the stadium, they were shouting goal because somehow they thought it was in the back of the net because they were on the opposite side. But sad to say, it was only the side netting and there's no hole in the net except at the front of it. So there's no way it could have gotten into the back of the net. All right. So Demo, go ahead and pick up because you're ahead of us on the stream.
Yeah, Buffal did well there to pass it out, and they lose possession again. The Moroccans are, yeah, like you said, the passing rate is going down, the percentage is going down, and they're really losing the ball quite frequently now. And that is not helped by them being pushed back in their 18-yard box by Spain right now. As Busquets picks up possession, you have to take over a bit there, Sir Sway, because I know you're at the right time.
Yes, the ball just rotated from left to right, back into Gavi's feet. I think what Spain is doing right now is trying their best to get those runners to stretch the back line and then play the ball underneath in midfield, and that almost worked with that pass by Pedri going out for a goal kick. So the ball is back into the Moroccan possession, start with a goal kick.
I think Chris Lynch and a couple of persons, I think Everton said it too. I think Morocco has gotten their strategy right. They don't need to high press, they just need to play on the counter. Because their two wingers, Zayek and Buffal, they're having the upper hand when they get the ball out in those wide areas. They really don't need to press for a goal. They have only conceded one goal so far in this competition. So that means even in their qualifiers in Africa, they conceded less than a goal a game. In the African Cup of Nations as well, they conceded a goal every 3 games. That is their average. So, you just think like if the longer this goes, is the better they will feel. And they are going to try to kick a lot of shots from far out. That is part of their forte as a team as well. Again, you see, the one man that is causing problems for the Spaniards is Buffal. He was fouled there again by Gavi, and I think this is the 3rd foul on him, and he could be yellow carded. Welcome, Mr. Lee and Mr. Dre. Go ahead, Demo.
No, I wanted if you can check like how many fouls have Gavi had since this game, because he really needs to be careful. He has been biting into challenges all game long from the minute 1. Here's a free kick taken, headed into the 18-yard box, picks up by Rodri, who clears it, didn't go too far, ball into the box, and it's headed away. Picks up by Buffal. Oh, cuts his man inside out, plays it back in the box, headed over the bar. Very good stuff there from Buffal, the player of the match so far, slicing and dicing his defender there in the box to put in a sweet cross and headed just over the bar.
That should have been a goal.
That should have been a goal.
Yeah. And Gavi has committed 4 fouls so far, Demo. So he should have been carded in my estimation.
And just to add to what you said, man, you look at the recent reputation, in fact, the recent result of the Moroccan team, you recognize that this team is comfortable defending, right? They have good
There you
attackers on the
go.
field, but they're comfortable defending, and that makes them dangerous, right? Because no, the Spaniards normally play against teams that the longer the game go, those teams get nervous. This team is gonna feast on this thing. Hey, we can get something from this, as long as we don't lose our concentration and give up something against a quality team. They're not gonna cause any issues for us. So you look at how confident the Moroccans are right now. I think right now the way the game is not. Don't look at the possession stats. Just look at the strategy. They are comfortable where
And
they
that
are.
ball again coming into the box at the back post. Not the best of cross. Zayek trying to head it back, but it was cleared out by Spain. I think that cross could have been better, but Zayek with a good attempt there, headed out by Spain and ball cleared out. But they're causing some problems for this right back for Spain, Marcos Loriente. I'm telling you, Buffal, and also the wingback Mazuri, the Bayern Munich man, overlapping on the outside, causing problems. But when you look at the stats, even for Busquets so far has had 25 touches and has only made 2 passes in the final third of the game. So they have to find a way to get Busquets more involved in the game, because as Busquets goes, Spain goes, right? And so the man who is marking him, Sofian Amrabat, he has 25 touches, just like Busquets, 3 recoveries. And so he has not committed a foul. So he has a couple of fouls to waste. And he's picking up Busquets every single time, and which is preventing Busquets from really having a say in the game so far. But here is Spain in Morocco's half, and that one goes out. The referee says it's a corner kick for Spain. Taken short and taken quickly. Ball played to the top of the box. And here is Spain with it. Oh, ball played over. It too much weight on the pass. It goes outside. Poor played that time by Pedri. It goes out, and it is a goal kick for the Moroccans in the 45th minute of the first half of the game. It is Morocco 0, Spain 0 as Demo returns.
No, I was just saying 1 minute of added time. I mean, I'm not sure how they got 1 minute with all the fouls that were being committed in the game, but this is probably one of the shortest stoppage time that we've had during this World Cup. And Morocco just needs to hold on for another minute, and their game plan seems to be working, but they have stepped up a lot more in the latter part of this half, and they're pretty much the ones who were on top, and Spain were hanging on for their dear lives. A couple of chances missed by the Moroccans as Spain wins possession there in the Moroccan half. They plays it forward. Here's 4 against 4. He passes it wide to Asensio, who plays it back. He dummies it. No one was there to pick up, and Morocco clears. Chance there for Spain, not taken, and it's halftime, 0-0 going into the first half. Half of the job done for Morocco as they look to take this game very deep.
Yeah. Well, I say very good tactical game. Not the best in terms of goal mouth action, but tactically, I think the Moroccans have gotten their strategies right. But also, this is like, boxing. You jab, you wear your opponent out before you connect with that knockout punch. Maybe that is what Spain is doing. You'd want to think that they believe that the longer this goes on, is the more weary the Moroccans will become, and that will create the openings that you want. But I think Spain has to find a way of getting Sergio Busquets more involved in the game. He has had around 25 touches of the ball. He needs to double that, I believe, for Spain. 28 touches and only 3 in the final third. That will have to be tripled, I think, for Spain to have any sort of chance in this game. He is, to me, the key to the Spain midfield. Again, when you look at the other players, only 23 touches for Gavi. Pedri the next man in the middle of the park for Spain, he has only 13. Well, he has 64 touches. So Pedri is the man for Spain in the middle of the park who has the most touches on the ball, right? 64 touches, and he has played 13 passes into the final third. I think that stat must be changed where it is Busquets who is having that amount of touches and Pedri's own goes down. Because I don't think Pedri is going to defeat Morocco. It has to be, I think, Busquets with his play. When you look at Morocco, who is the star player? Ziyech, just 31 touches. He has had offside one time. Dispossessed one time. So he has lost a couple of balls. He has a couple of passes in the final third. But look at the man, Buffal. Buffal, he has 27 touches. Really, really good play. That's good for him playing as a winger. So far, he has the highest ratings of all the players on both teams at 7.3 out of 10. And the best players for Spain are Alaba 7.2, Laporte 7.1, and Rodri 7.2. So the players that have the best rating so far is really the Spain defense, which I think is the problem. Your midfield, why do you?
No, I was just going to say quickly, before I have to come off a bit. There's no surprise that the poorest players on the Spain team from that stat right there are Lorente and Gavi, who is coming up against Buffal and the left back there. So you can go ahead, coach.
No, just to piggyback on what Mansman was saying, Pedro having that much touch is a plus for the left side of the Spanish attack. I think if Busquets increases the touches and not getting the balls into the final third, just to spread it around more evenly, because right now you can see that the Spain attack in midfield is left side heavy with Pedri, right? Gavi needs to get more, but Gavi is spending most of his time right now, man committing fouls, right? Because he have had what,
because
4
of
or 5?
yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
right. So yes, the Spain midfield need to solve it and become more balanced, where the ball is not so heavy on the left side. But you gotta also remember, they always say when you have a right-footed midfield, the ball always go where? To the left side more, right? But I think one of the reasons why the Spain midfield seems so uneven is because the way how the Moroccan three in midfield is defending, right? They're not giving them any time and space on the ball, and they're making things predictable because obviously they're pushing the ball towards the Moroccan right side so they can get balls on the other side now and get Buffal upfield as high as possible. Because remember, Buffal right now is receiving most of his passes 10 yards in the Spanish half, right? Well, if you look at the balls that Zizi's have gotten, he has gotten most of his balls 10 yards in the Moroccan half. So I think it's a plan by the Moroccan to push things towards the left side. Maybe they think that their right side defenders are a little bit more capable of dealing with what's coming. But obviously, right now, from how the game is going, I think that's working for them. I still feel that Pedri needs to get more ball in the half space to create. He's sliding outside to get balls on the outside and pushing Almo inside. I think that should be a little bit in the reverse, right? The stats in this game right now is, from a possession standpoint, Spain is almost 69% to 31% Morocco. But just looking at that, you say, whoa, they are so ball dominant, but they have not created anything except for that one bad play, poor passing that the keeper with and that first entry pass into the striker, he was offside. So we can't really call that was a big chance. It looked like a big chance until the referee called it back and said offside, right? You look at the offside, there's 2 for Morocco, 1 for and that's it. The one we just spoke about. 1 for Spain, 1 corner kick for Spain. The passing accuracy right now, Spain have passed the ball almost 3 times as much as Morocco. Morocco has 344. Spain has 122 accurate passes. When we go down to the passing and offensive part of the field, Spain has 219 passes in the Moroccan half, while Morocco has 35. So, first thing, what Morocco needs to improve upon in the second half is when they win the ball, they have to get the first pass clean. If they get the first pass clean, then they're going to get up the field and put pressure on Spain. If they continue to do what they did the last 15 minutes of the game, after retaining possession, the first pass become a tag and war with Spain, then I think Spain winning that first pass back is going to ultimately become an issue for the Moroccan team. No, go ahead.
Yes, I was saying, it comes to me as no surprise that side where Buffal and what's his Masaroi,
Yeah.
where
Yes.
they are the better players as they take on that side, the Laurentiis and the Gavis on that side. Ferran Torres not really
Are
involved.
they the better players, or are those the 2 weaker players? Because Zayek and Hakimi on the other side are very good as well.
No, I know, but I'm saying based off these stats that
Based
I'm
on the
looking
stat.
on,
Okay.
you see the 6.2 and 6.3, because watching the
Yes.
game, you can tell that Gavi and Lorente are weak points. And so for me, the quicker Carvajal gets, I'm not even sure why Carvajal isn't playing the game. I'm not sure if he's injured or whatever. But the quicker he gets on at right back, and the quicker we can get Morata on, I mean, I'm not his biggest fan, obviously, but he's the man who's been scoring the goals. And I said earlier that the hold up play would be a real help to Spain right now. For I think that will help Sergio Busquets as well to play the ball in forward, because he'll have that target where Morata will hold up the ball well. So I think that will help the whole overall Spain play. I don't think Olmo has been involved in the game a lot. Neither so Ferran Torres. Marcus Asensio less so too. But Morata and Carvajal needs to come on for Spain to have any impetus going forward and bring Busquets in the game, as Maninsman was saying earlier, and Pedri. I think that when they have that direct target to play the ball into, I see what's his name, Lorente, getting the ball and trying to cross it into the box for a short player like Gavi. And these players, they're not really target men. If you have a Morata in there, it's easier for you to have a target man to aim at and play from there. So I think second half, Carvajal needs to come on along with Morata, and they can try something different, because this Morocco team is very solid in defense. As you said, man is man. 1 goal conceded, ridiculous stuff. So they need to change something quickly in order to get the result that you're looking for before it goes deeper. Because the deeper it gets, anything can happen.
Yeah, man. I see A.M. Henry saying here, excellent commentary. Demo. She said, at Demo. So, again, commendation.
Thank you.
Yeah. He said, I miss Peter Dury commentary this World Cup. Fox America commentators are atrocious. I support diversity being female, but there's so much you can take. I like Chris Lynch is back. I'm going to let him chime in on the halftime. But ball possession stats is so misleading. Controlling most of the ball does not translate into dominance. Absolutely. The only real possession stats that make sense is possession that leads to attack or containing. Because if you're leading, possessing the ball is important. But a lot of the passes that Spain are making is between Alaba, Rodri, Laporte, and Lorente at the back. When they come into midfield and come into the half of the Moroccans, they're not making a lot of passes. So a lot of the passes really are back and across passes, not breaking the lines. And that is because the Moroccans are defending in 2 very close lines of defense. They're not really giving a lot of space in between the lines for the Spaniards to manipulate, and I don't think Asensio is dropping into those spaces as a false nine. All right, but I want Chris Lynch to come in and give his take. But there's a next thing I want to talk about, because I hear this Roy Keane whole thing about the celebration of the Brazilians and his issue with it, and talking about disrespecting opponent and all of that. And I have this thing with and this is why I just don't want England to win anything, because somehow they think they have a divine right as to how football is supposed to be officiated, played, celebrated, managed,
Management.
operated, coach, and I don't want them to win anything. So I'm going to let Chris Lynch
Yes.
chime in and then give his take on that Roy Keane comments if he heard them. All right, halftime, Chris Lynch. What are your take on what you have seen so far?
Morocco must be the team that is more satisfied in this game so far. They come out, obviously, even though they haven't been successful at penalty shootouts, they would feel that's their best chance at beating this Spain team. They're doing everything. Buffal is giving them quality up front, and they have to continue to do what they're doing. Get Sergio Busquets is out the game is very pivotal to what Spain does, like what I said in the first instance. So keep him out of the game as much as possible, and force Spain to come at them. I know Spain know that good and well that penalties are lottery, and they're trying to see if they can somehow break down this good defense and get a goal, and then start to control the game and make more forward passes, management. But I think the game is like what I expected. Spain was going to come and pass the ball, and Morocco was going to be satisfied with Spain making those passes between Rodri and Laporte and Alba and Lorente. So that's it now. Spain has to somehow get Busquets more involved in the game. They have to find Busquets, and will have to come out second half and try to be more involved in this game, because he's basically none and void so far in this encounter. So that's how it is, but it's a good 0-0 draw so far.
All right, so let me just, before you comment on the Roy Keane thing, I think Coach Subi wanted to say something with that. Dave says Roy Keane is Irish, so let me just change. The United Kingdom, all right? So hope I put him in that now. Now that I've said the United Kingdom, he's now included in it. All right, go ahead, Coach Subi.
No, you want to comment on the Roy Keane thing, or just the general game?
I mean, go where you want to go, but I want to just get a take on this whole Roy Keane thing from the panel before the game restarts.
Hey, just one more thing before we get back to the game. I fear to mention that Morocco should be the most satisfied at this moment, and they're in their comfort zone, right? And if you're in your comfort zone right now, that means you're making things uncomfortable for Spain, and they will have much to say in the second half. Now, on the Roy Keane thing, I never understand this thing about celebrating. All right. I understand that if you go overboard.
Hold on. David's English, and he's saying that Roy Keane don't like English people. So let's say Roy Keane of Ireland. All right. Let's.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where it comes from, because I've heard it before. This is not. Brazil have always celebrated. It's not new. Brazil have always celebrated the way they celebrate. So for anyone to think that this is new, the only thing I didn't like yesterday, and I said it on the program, was when they went over to the coach and the coach got involved. That I didn't like. All right.
Why though, Sir Huntley?
Huh?
Why though, sir? Because it's a good perspective from you, who is a coach. Because I can understand why the coach get involved, to be honest.
Yeah, but if the assistant coaches got involved, I have no. But once the coach get involved, then you're gonna have naysayers saying, how they overdid it, right? And I think in that aspect they did, because they celebrated as a group on the field, and then he ran over to the coach. If he ran directly to the coach and everybody did it together, I wouldn't have no issue with that. I still don't have an issue with the celebration, because I think Roy Keane was out of bounds when he went and criticized them for celebrating. This is the World Cup. Every goal is precious. All right. Every goal you have to work for it. So even if you score 10 goals, you have the right to celebrate. Right? Every coach will tell you that. They tell their players, celebrate the goals. That's what we work for. Do not underestimate a goal. Celebrate the goal. No, do not ever show up the next team, right? You don't want to make the next team feel bad about themselves, whether it's at the Premier League level, college level, or youth football. You don't want to show up the opponent. But for someone to make it a point to go after the celebration, talk about the football game. Not one time myself, Mr. Speed, and Management yesterday watched the entire game and we addressed the celebration. Not one time, right? Because we didn't see it as important. Address the game, break down Brazil, break down, Brazil's next opponent. I think he was out of bounds to start saying that that's something else. That's not his place to start telling him how to celebrate.
But that's like, because there was nothing really there to break down, Sir Huntley. So that's why they went. It was always, if it was a 4-3 game, he would have looked past the dancing. But because it was such a one-sided affair, I think the next best thing was to do is to go to something that really.
Then you're reaching, and by reaching, then you make yourself look very silly. I just, and listen, he's a footballer I respect, but you have always come off the cuff to say some outlandish stuff. Right? Remember, this is the same guy who was captain of the Irish team who walked out of the World Cup team because he had a disagreement with the federation. So he has he's a little bit cuckoo up top. He's not all there.
He was on the good old whites, I believe, because he's also known for the vodka. We welcome Mr. Rudolph Speed to the stream. Mr. Speed, welcome. Good morning.
Morning, sir. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man.
So when I look through the first half, I am a little bit worried. Let me tell you why. Even although Spain had possession, 70% of it, that's fine. Morocco had 30. Your pass accuracy is 92%. What is worrying is that they had to foul 10 times, which means that when Morocco has the ball and breaking, for Spain has to resort to illegal means, which kind of tell me that the pace of Morocco is a little bit worrisome for Spain. No, Spain has never been a fast team. So right away, and I've seen teams win with 17% possession. Was it 17? Yeah, or 18% possession. So, but the Moroccan team is very resolute in defense. And because of that, it is possible that Spain are going to have a hard time breaking them down, especially the way they are just knocking the ball around and not seems to be penetrating. Remember, they only took one shot for 45 minutes. That must have been the lowest shot Spain has ever taken for a 45 minutes period. And it didn't even go on target, while Morocco was able to take 3 shots and 1 was at target. So Spain have a lot of work to do, but I tell you, their structure is bad. If you look at how they build from the back, they have 4 persons spread across the field at the back. I mean, everybody tell you, when you building the ball from the back, you only want to have 3 people across the length of the pitch. So apparently the pace of the Moroccans is what they are afraid of. So they keep those wing back in position to deal with any counter attack. So they are very cautious. They're not playing the normal fluent way. Because you'd have expected the wing back to be given the width. Instead they're using other players to give them width when they're knocking the ball. Spain have a lot of problems to fix. So let's see what happens.
Yeah, so the game has actually restarted. The second half has restarted. 58th minute, we up into now. It is Spain in possession. Morocco just created a half chance, wasn't able to capitalize on it. Spain again playing a lot of back and across passes. In their own half, they still are, which is not a threat to the Moroccans who continue. As you see, Amrabat picking up Busquets, who has been missing in action in this game so far. I think he needs to step it up. As a ball played over the top here, brilliantly taken by is this Asensio, but again they come back to Almo over here to Busquets. This is Rodri coming forward. This is now Pedri. There you go. Spain coming forward. Good ball out here. Play to that is an offside against Ferran Torres. I think he's going to be the first substitution. I think he has been ineffective, and like I said, the whole structure needs to change. I think the formation that Spain is using also needs to change. I feel like they need some pace going forward because they're not able to get behind the lines of the Moroccans, which is a problem here. Still 0-0. 51st minute of the game. I think things are going according to plans for the Moroccan. They would not want it no other way than this. At this time, as you can see, Luis Enrique taking a crouch like the former Bisley or the former Leeds man there. You just can't find an igloo to sit on, as Bisley would have done at Leeds. But it is Spain again in their own half. Lots of passes. Everton Jackson says, good point, Mr. Speed. All that fouling by Spain may create an opportunity for Morocco to create some yellow cards and make Spain a bit more tentative on challenges. Gavi, the number 9 there, fouled by Hakimi. Referee calling in there. Not a yellow card tackle. Gavi has also committed his share of fouls. Yeah, still 0-0. You can look at again. There is a 4 and a 5 in the back line for Morocco. So they go 4 in the back, 5 in the second line or the first line of defense with just 1 pressing the ball. There you go again. Hakimi.
Here where you call it defense. That's not what good teams call it. Lines of resistance.
Okay. Lines of resistance. Not
bounce of 4 and all. Once you talk like that, the player respond differently. So you talk about lines of resistance. So when you say resistance, people think they at war, they have to get it, they have to fight for it, they have to resist. They have to make you penetrate.
The new terminologies as football continues to evolve in phrases and thoughts. But
taken directly from Ukraine.
Yes.
Yeah. But I haven't seen anything different from Spain's approach to the game. Which one of these teams will first make a move? I see Morata, who Demo suggested should come on, moving a little faster on the sidelines, look like he's about to come on. And we see the number 19 man for Spain also going through, the final stages there. So let's see. Remember, we have Portugal and Switzerland coming up later. And also we have Coach Robin Fraser coming up later as well, and I Am Sure Sports. And anything you note, anything different, Chris Lynch, from the first half, and then I hear from Coach Swaby?
No, Spain look a little more lively, to be honest. They look like they understand that they are playing to Morocco's strength, and Morocco is more the satisfied team at the moment, like we all see. But it won't be different until Morata comes on. You need somebody that gives you something different up front. You need someone to basically, Morata is big, can take probably a defender with him and give more space to the wide players. Instead, they know that Arsene is just basically trying to come back to get the ball and pass it, while Morata is trying to break the lines and get a through ball or something like that. So space will be there on the wings, I feel, soon as Morata enters this game.
Good free kick by Spain, brilliantly saved by the goalkeeper, pushing it out for a corner. Alamo with the shot and target from off the angle. Keeper not taking any chances, 2 hands to it, pushing it high and far out for a throw. And I also think they should bring on, I think Pino is his name. He played for the yellow team, Unai Emery former team. How could I forget? Villarreal. Good winger, very pacey and tricky, and so maybe they can bring him on and bring on Morata in this game. Just a different way of attacking. Coach Swaby, what say you about the game?
If you look at how the Spanish team just earned that free kick just now, when I spoke at halftime about the movement between the 11th, the player playing 11, which is Almo and Pedri, that's exactly what I was talking about, where Alba received the ball, plays it outside to Almo, and moved inside for the second pass, and one touch, and the one touch play ball got back into Pedro's feet and they're fouling. They have to create movement, right? If they just be static and keep passing the ball around, it's easy for the Moroccan team to just sit back, hold their lines of resistance, and don't cause any issue for themselves. You got to create player movement, right, with good ball movement, one touch play, to free up space for them to attack into.
El Nazir not timing that run. If he just held on, the Spanish defense stopped on him. I think the player making the pass should have pushed it outright, and that could have been a break. As here goes Morocco, very pacey, and this is where Spain having problems with them. Oh, Buffalo. Oh, referee said play on. Oh, my word. And look at number 21 over here with his arms wide open, and Spain slows the ball down. That is the problem with them. So they don't attack with pace. See, the slow, methodical build up, get Morocco behind the ball, and they try to break them down with passes.
That's what I'm saying. It has to be quick into one touch pass and third man combination to get space and get in behind. I think right now, we all can see it right now is that Morocco is comfortable because they have not been turned around once, right? So they're comfortable right now, very, very comfortable.
Right. And what they are doing, they are denying Spain a lot of spaces to play that tiki-taka. If you notice, even one of the time when Spain moved the ball back in their half, the Moroccans ran towards him, and then as he reached the half line, he just turned back and go back in his half. So they're playing what they call defending in my own half. So another term that we use is a line of confrontation. Their first line of confrontation of resistance is usually in their half. They're not going into Spain half, so Spain can penetrate some of those lines and try to score. And that is why they are making life so difficult. And then when they break at pace and see if they can catch Spain out of position. And that is probably the reason why Spain is not effective, because Spain has to keep back those wing backs. Instead of providing width, they have to keep them back to defend. So that is really what the problem that we're having here. So maybe the teams have studied Spain and realized that this is probably the best meta, the most effective tactic available to play against Spain. And they are doing it with a lot of discipline.
Yeah.
They would have had practice from Japan, a likes of a Japan Sir Speed, to look at Spain and break them down and see what's the best way to confront them, like you said.
Yeah.
And I think Morocco must get credit because Gavi is out the game also. Gavi is an extra, not having a good game. And that's all because of how they're confronting them, Mr. Speed.
Yeah. Yeah, also see here, Joan, her name is Joan Spence. Welcome to the chat, Joan. And then Rudyard Garden says, big up you and the panel, Sir Manning. Strain away from the game a bit. I'm a huge Argentina fan, but I'm hearing that why we are not seeing Dybala has to do with the relationship between him, Messi, and the coach. Would love to know if there's any truth to that. Well, I don't know if anyone has anything else to say. I know there's a relationship issue there, but I also heard that he has been struggling with injury as well. But I don't know if any of you have any other information that could address that question. But what I know is that he is injured, but there has been talks now for the second World Cup running that there is some relational issue between him and Lionel Messi. I don't think those can be substantiated, so I don't know if we can go down that path.
No. But it wasn't anything between him and Lionel Messi. It was something happened which probably the boss don't approve of, but it wasn't between him and Lionel Messi from what I heard.
Really, isn't maybe I'm mixing up the baller with Icardi, you know. The big issue was with Icardi. Why Icardi? Yeah. That's a different thing. Yeah. It's Icardi. The baller is I think it's a messy situation, and about some issue about who when he was at the peak of his game in Juve and all of that, and comments that he made that rubbed Messi the wrong way.
Why take him management? They took up a spot when they take him to the World Cup.
Yeah, but I that's where I differ. I think this all come down to the coach, because Why take him to the World Cup and don't use him and have him there to have this big shadow over the team if the team is not playing well and have that, because he's a quality player. Now, what management said, it could be a fitness problem also, where he's having some smart issues going on. But you're always gonna have that issue when it comes to Messi, because everybody says that he runs the team. I think the coach has at some point should address this, not necessarily during the World Cup, but after it's over. Why bring him and don't use him? Right?
There's something named team building. So if the person not gonna fit in the team because of whatever reason, you as the coach just have to make a decision. It don't make sense you try to create something that is not there.
Exactly.
If the players accept him, it's fine. If the players don't accept him, if the players gonna take side, and you have to make the hard decisions and just say, well, it didn't work out. You don't have to explain, but just say it didn't work out. There's a thing named team building, which is very important for successful teams.
Yeah.
Yeah, but somebody saying, but every Argentina coach in the last 8 years don't play him.
Yeah, so why boss for the last 8 years?
Arlanca.
Logical.
Yeah. Ball played over, cleared out by the... Oh, not cleared. This is problems. Oh, poor punch by the keeper, but they're able to get it away. The Moroccans of Spain prepare to make their first change. Here is Ziyech. Oh, look at Hakimi go. This is where the Moroccans... Oh, ball. Good recovery that time. And someone is down on the Spain team. There. Oh, Alaba. Looks like he has torn something here. Nobody was close to him. He's rolling over in a lot of pain. This could be problems for Jordi Alba. Alba here. Pull the muscle trying to get back to Hakimi. The man is so fast. Look at him. Oh, number 8 here.
Two subs also. They brought in Sola and Morata. They take out Asensio and I think Torres. Let me check.
No. So Asensio and Gavi is off.
Sorry, Gavi.
Yeah.
Sorry, Gavi.
Asensio and Gavi, they're off. And Morata and Sola, who is a player that has been linked with Arsenal. So we could be seeing him going to Arsenal as a replacement for Gabriel Jesus.
Hey, going forward, every time man said that, we keep doing it a dollar.
Yeah, Gavi had a poor game. I could see him coming off, like I mentioned just like probably 5 minutes ago. He wasn't really in the game either, and it seems like it's a tough game for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very tough.
But I still think Morocco need to get on the ball some more and create some more passing to not have the Spain team constantly reset, because that ultimately gonna put too much pressure on you tactically. And what's gonna happen? You're gonna have some tactical fatigue coming in towards the end of this game.
64th minute here. This is a phase of the game. If you want to, if you're gonna give up a goal, you want to do it in the next 5 minutes. If you're gonna give up a goal in the game, because it gives you enough time to recover. Your coach tell you after the 78th minute, don't give up a goal. All right, in playoffs. If you're gonna give up a goal, it must be before you touch 70 minutes. You have some time to recover and to make adjustment. After that, let me tell you, it becomes extremely difficult, and the probabilities of you getting back into the game after that are very, very, very low. So let's see how the teams do this, right? It is normal in this World Cup that after changes, teams concede.
Is the team that make the change concede or the other team?
The team that makes the change always concede in this World Cup. So let's see.
And that is why Pep hardly make any change. Plays with 11 right through if he can.
Yeah. All right, so Busquets ended the first half with 25 touches. Now he's up in this, like with 43. He had only 2 passes in the opponent's half are in the final third in the first half. He's already at 5. So his touches have increased already. His passes going forward, they have increased already in just the first 15 or so minutes of the second half.
Buffalo's run his race and he's off the field now.
I don't think
That's a good change. Right?
Yeah, Buffalo.
Yeah, I think he picked up an injury also.
Must be.
I don't think Cameroon is fussy about joining the game.
Morocco,
sorry, is fussy about joining the game. I just think that if Morocco knew that at the end of this game they'll be going for penalties, I think they'll be fine.
Yeah, take it.
Take that and go, yeah?
Take it and
Even though they're not very successful at penalties. It's not a bad way.
Yeah, didn't they lose on penalties in African Cup of Nation in the semifinals?
I think their last 3 penalty shootouts they lost. So
yeah,
but they would take this. Like it's not a bad idea to think that Spain, they can see that Spain is a better team and more than likely going out on penalties or going to penalties give them a better chance.
Well, maybe they had training sessions to correct that penalty.
There was a news break in Spain yesterday, by the way, that Spain took 1,000 penalties in in training.
You know they're going to trouble Spain with the 1,000 because they made 1,000 pass the other day. So they're in the 1,000 league now. So once they start to take penalty, everybody going to say they take 1,000. But
even if it's 100, they're going to put 1,000.
Yeah, they put it exaggerated to 1,000. But I feel Spain knew that Morocco was coming to play like this, and more than likely.
Yeah.
It's a knockout game. You must prepare for penalties, Mr. Speed, right?
Yes,
you must.
That's one way to win. So
yeah.
And a lot of the Moroccan players play in Spain, you know. Someone said it earlier, you know. And in one place, they are just 8 kilometers away from each other.
Yes, 12 if you take the boat, but there's a land space. Yeah, but Morocco was kind of closed country for a long while still. Even though there were some here. But look at the spacing of the Moroccan team. They close every space. And Spain have 4 persons behind the ball. Difficult to break down a team with that few players.
Yeah, okay, you have 6 players in the park.
Yeah, still 0-0.
And they have all 11. So it's 11 versus 6. So it's just so difficult.
68th minute of the game. Corner kick for Spain. Ball deflecting Solar with that attempted square ball deflected.
And the space is too close for a dribble by the Spaniards.
Yeah. Jordi Alba is back up on his feet again. Don't know what happened to him, but he was rolling in pain. But now he's back up and running. Spain has been more offensive in the second half, still yet to create what we'd call a clear opening in this game. You can also tell that what they have done, Morocco has done, which is a good move. I don't know if you notice it. They have moved Ziyech over to the other side and brought on the substitute that came on for Buffalo is over on this side with Hakim Ziyech. And I think that is because a lot of the Spain attacks have been coming down this side with Hakimi on it. And so I think they're trying to block that up because you could see, but Spain really breaking through. Good tackle by the Moroccans there again. Can they break forward?
Very, very disciplined team. As we discussed at halftime, that the Moroccans are quite comfortable and feel secure in their defending. So they're not going to push out to cost themselves an issue. And when you watch how the Moroccans defend, what's his name? Or track Busquets. There's one in front of him, the 9 drops off in front of him, and then you have a spy basically behind within 5-6 yards. Whenever he touches the ball, he has to take one to either play it back in the direction it's coming from, all right, or try to knock it one touch back to the next center back.
I also want to say a big happy birthday. One of our subscribers celebrates his birthday today. Former manager of Dunby Holden Football Club is working with the great Mount Pleasant in St. Anne. His name is Mr. Paul Christie. He's the sporting director or director of sports down there at Mount Pleasant. Happy birthday, Mr. Christie. Well done. Got a good birthday present on Sunday.
But management, I've never heard you talk about Cavaliers Football Club and use the grit.
What you talking about, man?
You know, the grit. You know,
No, not when Mr. Speed is around.
all right.
Yeah. So,
All right, because every time, listen, he doesn't even talk about the grit Arsenal Football Club. You know, he talks about the grit Mount Pleasant.
no, because Mr. Speed is here. You understand? So I'm so keen the Sunday result. You understand me? But when we are with Mount Pleasant, we talk about the great Cavaliers. You understand me?
But that's probably not a good idea because you're just motivating me.
No. On the return leg, I hope I'm here when the return leg play.
That is not even important. The playoffs.
Oh,
yeah, and I also see Harbour View have their jerseys, their replica jerseys out on sale.
Oh, we have to, you know, we have ready to
yeah, nice jerseys. I mean, if you want a nice gift for Christmas, you can get one of these JPL jerseys. Very nice.
All the clubs have them now.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good to hear.
Still 0-0 as we enter the final third of this game. Zayek back to this side.
So this is where, you know, Spain have a chance to break quickly. But they're struggling.
And they don't.
Yeah, the foot speed of Morocco is still getting back in time to smooth it.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
But they are controlling the ball when they break and looking around.
Yeah, look at Busquets with it. The plane is too slow. You see that? They give the team, there you go. They give the team too much space, too much time, to come back.
So even now, Spain have a chance to break a couple lines and they pass back the ball.
I keep on saying that. That's what they're doing. They have a methodical way of playing and they stick to it no matter what. But Morocco has been, I would say Morocco has been
rarely, Morocco rarely ever have the lines that far, from each other. So they've expected Spain to play in transition and get past some of these lines of resistance, but they're passing the ball back to the center after build the play all over. That's not a good tactics.
And I like what the referee, the assistant referees, this is a good change for them bringing on Williams because I think he's very pacey and could cause
some problem. Now they have a chance to break the lines and the guy dribble and then turn it back. And then the Americans just come back in position.
Yeah.
All of them.
Yeah, I think the coach recognized that and that's why he's bringing on this pacey young man.
There you go.
Yeah.
I think Zeke is struggling also.
Yep.
The last three play in hands on
giving the ball away. Yeah. But they can they if you're looking at going in penalties, it's very difficult. You know, how do you keep this is it now? How do you keep look, you see he's walking. He's walking.
He can't stay on the field because this.
You see, look at that. He can't manage. He can't even move. He's walking, but do you take him off? Look, he's looking to the bench, and they have to decide.
He comes off. I think he comes off because he has nothing left in the tank right now, and you can't keep him out there for the next 50 minutes hoping that he scores a penalty.
He's pulling up his socks.
I think I know why Spain hasn't done so well, after they won the World Cup at 2010, I think.
2010, yeah.
It's a simple reason. This passing is fine, but they should have deserted it because they don't have Xavi Iniesta again. And people like Thierry Henry was quick and, this passing game here.
Thierry Henry?
Not Thierry Henry. Thierry Henry is French.
David
Villa and those other more direct players. So what is going to be happening to them with this lesser quality? They are gonna struggle.
And they don't have Just to add to that, they don't have players who can beat players off the dribble to create.
Right.
And I mean, that team also had Cesc Fabregas, who was very dynamic as well, in midfield,
Yeah, and sometimes I use him as a
No,
false nine.
they had Cess playing where Asensio playing this team, man.
Yeah, as a false nine.
Yeah.
Sometimes they use him as a false nine. So, but these are highly technical players, So the tiki taka would work.
Yes.
But not these players, just safe players right here. Difficult for it to work. A whole heap of difference.
Substitution. Ferran Torres is out, and Inaki Williams is in. That's his name.
Yeah, he has his brother play for Ghana in the World Cup.
Yeah.
Both play for Atletico Madrid.
Yeah, this is
Then
like
look at those loose balls. The Moroccans are reaching them,
much quicker, man.
Just like the brothers that played for Germany. One played for Germany and one played for Boateng brothers.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I think this last 15 minutes is going to be interesting because like we can all see, Morocco is getting a little tired and Spain basically keep on ringing the changes, and I just think if Spain going to win the game here, this is a good opportunity.
So I don't see the mentality yet from the Spaniards that they're gonna, penetrate.
See, like Ziyech is talking to the coach, along with Amr, but he needs to come off. Like he's going over there to get water, and I think if they keep him on, they're gonna suffer.
Basically playing with 10 men.
Yeah, you're basically playing with, unless you're gonna put him up front and hide him, and you can't take off En-Nesyri because he's the best holder player you have.
And you gotta remember, he's not the fittest player either, because he has not been playing, a ton of minutes for Chelsea Pan. Not Chelsea, Chelsea Pan.
And he's going to give away, he's going to argue, he's going to give away free kicks and all of those things. It's still 0-0, people. We are in the 78th minute of the game. That makes it 12 minutes of regular time to be played, plus time to be added on. We suspect, based on what we have seen so far, that we could see up to 7 minutes of time added on with all the changes and all the fouls that have been committed. It is Morocco, neighbors really, Morocco versus Spain. The Spaniard tried to play this one in, headed out by Morocco. Oh, ball given away. What was he doing? Dani Olmo there, booting that one high, way over the top. I don't know what he was trying. But I think Morocco needs to make a move right now. This is, they have run themselves into the ground and they need to make some changes, put some fresh legs out there. It's better you keep what you have than keep tired legs out there. You go down one and then try to get back in the game.
Well, these are finely conditioned athletes, They just need a breather. So maybe the goalkeeper could buy them at 2 minutes by just going down and have the referee stop the games.
Hakim, look at Hakimi, man. Hakimi running with him head down. Just look at number 7.
I agree, but
running
a lot of teams
up in.
Yeah.
A lot of teams don't have. Suppose you just don't have the quality.
Yeah, they're more looking towards penalty and thinking that he's one that they want to take penalty, it seems.
Right. Touched him, but he did clear the ball already.
Yeah, but they have the young player from Toulouse, Zakari Abdullah, 22 years old. I mean, he could come on. Who else do they have? Queen's Park Rangers, Cheer, the guy that plays for Queen's Park Rangers. See, they're bringing on somebody here. They just bring on a defender and play 2 up front. I bring on a midfielder or something like that. Number 21 coming on.
No, you see the Spain team playing a little bit more direct, trying to break the ball in the half spaces. And there's some foot races. So now they are trying to penetrate some more. So that's a good sign.
Yeah, there you go. So the Barry man, Walid Chadira coming on. That should have been a goal kick. Referee gives it as a corner. What if a goal were to come from this? Oh my word, what the protest will be like. Taken short by the Spaniards.
Now they're trying to make some run into the box, which they should have been trying to do before.
81st minute of the game, just 9 minutes in regular time to go. The Moroccans really defending stoutly here. Haven't had much going forward. Yeah, Jerome and Kevin Prince Boateng both played for different
Coach is
nations.
very animated now. Look at that pass in the half spaces. The cross came across. Nobody was there to tap home from Spain. But you can see them making runs now that are a little bit more.
The big thing about that is because it's Morata who is making the cross. If it was someone else making the cross, I could guarantee you Morata would be probably in that space.
Yes.
Yes.
So there's some encouragement for the Spaniards in the last about 5 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes.
Yeah, I think Morocco needs to put on number 19 is coming out.
Well, they're making a lot of changes now. Like 3.
2. There you go. Amala, Nasiri, and Mazuri all coming out. They're bringing in 3, which means that they're bringing in Chidara, Allah, and Sabiri all coming on, which means that they're probably going to push Zayek up by himself and play with 4-5-1 in midfield. But after they have made a change, there's someone down on the field. This is crazy.
Right. But as I said, I mean, they need a rest somehow.
Yeah, but you're making a substitution. Would you allow your coach to make
I think this is the last. I think this is the last substitution. That will be 5 now, right?
Yeah, because they made 4.
Yeah, what I'm saying is that you just made. See, he said that he's coming off. He said that he has something wrong with his groin. You saw that a while ago. So is it that they're going? You just made 3. There you go. Team just made 3 substitution, and right after that you go down. But the good thing is that they get a next substitution in extra time.
Correct. Oh, but I see 4 changes here. They have 1 more.
Yeah, they have 1 more. That's you were correct.
1 more. Yeah.
So he could.
Yeah, and they can still make a next one in stoppage time, in extra
so they
time.
need to take off this injured person. He definitely has a groin problem. You could see him trying to deal with.
So the stretcher is coming out. The referee calling for the stretcher. But I just think like your team are going to make 3 changes. You didn't feel that you wait because the changes were just as soon as the players are coming on is when you go down.
No, I thought he went down because he was genuinely hurt and trying to buy some time. So it is for the coaching staff to see what is happening. The medical people didn't come to him, So his member is just him went down. So it could be just a genuine misunderstanding. But now they made the 5th change.
Yeah,
so they are fine. They only need to last another 10 minutes. Is so much though for 5 plus extra minutes, and then.
Yeah, there's also the Guzman brothers, right? 1 played for Canada and 1 played for the Netherlands. Yeah, so you have no. This is the third families we know in world football that we know. There may be more. There is also the one from one that plays for Argentina and one who plays for Mexico.
I think the Spaniards need some immigration to help them out.
Didn't they have a Brazilian when they won the World Cup? That CDM, that bald-head CDM guy.
No, he was. Yes, he was Brazilian.
Yeah, man.
Senna.
Yeah. Where you think they won the World Cup?
I think they need more.
I must say, I had the love of watching him play for the Cosmos, and boy, watch him play games and training.
Oh, ball played in. Oh, not able to get the shot off. Yeah,
Once again, they stretch the Spaniards once again with that quick.
Didn't Italy have a Brazilian playing for them when they won the Euros, Jorginho? I'm telling you, if you want to win the World Cup, get a Brazilian in the team.
Yeah, well, the last time they won the World Cup, also they had the Brazilian. What's his name again? Big tall Brazilian that played midfield also. He started out as an 8 and then ultimately dropped back as a 6. So they have had a few migrants.
Oh. Yeah, man. Fresh God joining says, bless up Chris Lynch and Speedy One.
Yeah, man. Bless up Fresh God.
Yeah, man. Respect Fresh God.
Says, bless up Sir Swaby.
Big up yourself and bless yourself, brother.
And then El Granny was saying that, and the other Pogba's. Oh, Pogba's brother play for next team. Pogba other brother who can play football too.
Yeah, 2 more brothers. Yeah, 2 more brothers, man.
I don't doubt that he has more brothers. That is not the important part of the thing. Whether or not he has more brothers, whether or not they can play football.
Yeah, man. I've seen them play in the French league.
Okay.
I think right now the Moroccans are losing a little bit of their organization.
Yeah, but you see what they have? You see how Inaki Williams with that run a while ago?
Yes. And it's a problem now. Oh, good combination on the right wide space, but the final pass was a little bit too much. They broke Spain down. You will see that coming up in our second man.
We're talking Thiago and Rafinha. One for Brazil, one for Italy.
Rafinha, Thiago, Mata was his name.
Wasn't one play for Portugal as well? What's his name? What's the maestro name man for Portugal that was Brazilian? Oh geez, short, but used to play for Chelsea too, man.
Brazilian?
Yeah, man, and he played for Portugal and he played for Chelsea.
Oh, you're talking Deco.
Deco. Yeah, Deco. Good ball played through here to Morata. Inaki Williams, shot block, cleared out. And it goes out for a throw in the 89th minute.
That's what Morata gives a different from Arsenio. Instead of standing up in the middle trying to make passes and all of that, Morata makes a run off the defenders.
Yeah, run the channel.
That's the difference.
Yep. And Inaki Williams has come on and really done well as well. His pace over on that right side, is bothering the Moroccans. Yeah, Diego Costa also is a Brazilian.
That plays
for Spain. Yeah.
But like I said earlier, the game has opened up a little bit because I think Morocco has lost a little bit of their discipline, right? Yes, they're going trying to win the game.
Yeah, but they have made 5 changes. So that is probably until the coach gets them to look at this against Spain on the break. Until the coach gets them in at halftime to kind of reset the team, they're going to have these problems.
Yeah, but the whole team work on the tactical development of the group. I know the coach probably went out and said, hey, the last 10 minutes, let's go after it. But there's a danger with a
No, no. What
classic
I'm
team.
saying though, Coach Swaby, they made 5 substitutions because of weary legs. So
Yeah.
what I'm saying is that I don't think the coach should have made those substitutions and said, no, come, let's go after it in the last 10 minutes.
Oh, I got you.
I think that is more to preserve the game. Let's get it into extra time. And
Plus,
then
one of them was a force change. The
force
defender
change.
that
Yeah.
plays at West Ham.
Yeah, force change. And so I think it's more, let's see this out, get ourselves back into the locker room, work out what we're going to do for this extra time to come. Oh, that was
the first year again.
Morata with that header over the top. Big up Christopher Carroll, Nazir Gray, bless up yourself.
What a poor header from Morata. Pace was
Yeah.
on the ball. Didn't need to try and get no more. All he need was to try and get the ball on target because the pace was so good coming from the cross.
Good ball played into the box. This is where he always makes these mistakes. The goalkeeper here for Spain, Unai Simon, almost losing that one.
He's not as very comfortable, yeah, like other goalkeepers. And people might call for Dea, but that's the same reason why Luis Enrique didn't choose to go with Dea, because of he wants the keepers to play with their feet, just like. But Unai Simon is not even really better than Dea with his feet.
Yep. Yeah, you're right about that. The best one with his feet is Sanchez from Brighton, but he always gives up a goal using his feet because he does too much. So just around 2.5 minutes to go before we go into extra time. You don't want to concede in this at this point of the game. Demo has gone into his prayer closet, couldn't do any more commentary. It's too tense for him. Must be praying and chanting some Hail Marys there, kissing the cross, taking communion. Oh! Was that outside? Or did he just kick it in the goalkeeper's hand? Oh, yes, it was offside. Surprised to see him get that shot, that clear shot there.
When was the last time you see Spain playing out of the back and having the 4 backs straight across? That shows a lot of conservative thinking by the Spanish coach and Spanish coaching staff. And that comes from fear, just pure fear of the pace that this Moroccan team has.
Yeah. You could see the second game of the round of 16 going into extra time. We saw that with Croatia versus Japan. This Morocco, the only African team from the continent and of Africa left in this. They are from North Africa. Some people don't call them African team because when we say the African teams, we talk about the Senegals and the Cameroons and the Ghanas. But Morocco is actually an African team. So was Tunisia. Some people say Tunisia. Way you want to pronounce it. Just a minute to go. We should be hearing the final whistle. And then we move into additional time. You can see that they have kind of got back their structure with those changes. You can see them lined up in a good defensive structure there. Referee giving a next free kick. Almost fouled there. Getting around Hakim Ziyech. And I think a lot of persons have said that about Hakim Ziyech, about his defending, very good going forward, but oftentimes struggle with his defending. Moroccan fans worried. about this free kick.
That was a very dangerous free kick.
Oh, yes, it was. Ball coming through there. Good save by the goalkeeper. Pedro with that one. Player just bending down in the box, almost fooling the goalkeeper. Goes out for a corner. Inaki Williams. They begged him, they pleaded with him to play with his brother for Ghana. He said, no way, Jose. In Spain is where I will stay. Also had Mbola, whose father's house in Cameroon has been under severe attack by the people of Cameroon because Mbola scored. That is it, people. Heading into extra time. Mr. Speed, there's a question for you here. Mr. Speed, what happened to Cavaliers' numbers in them jersey? I am sure sports just check. Don't know what.
Yeah, but I don't know which number you want. So you'd have to tell me which number you want, and then either you put it in or we put it in. So, or which name you want. So we'll leave them
Is
without.
it the fan jersey he's talking? I
Must
don't
be
know.
fan jersey.
Professor, what are you talking? Are you talking names and you said numbers instead?
I don't know. I thought he was talking about the replicas. No number is in the replicas because we don't put number or name until somebody said them want a number or a name when them order. If his name in mean, yeah, when the jersey come, it was just too close. So in the break, we'll deal with it.
Oh, he said names. Yeah.
Yeah,
Full service from Cavalier Football Club. Customizing the shirt if it needs be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but I think he's talking about the playing gears names because we don't have names in the playing gears now. That is true.
Yeah. All right. Let's go ahead and give us a take, Chris Lynch, and then Sir Sue will give us the stats between you and Mr. Speed. Let's break down what we saw in the second 45 minutes and what to expect in the additional time.
Yeah, basically just how they would have write the script Morocco. They did give themselves due diligence. They're going to miss their standout defender though, the number 5 who plays at West Ham. But I must say they did give Spain some trouble. You could see the tired legs there in last 20 minutes or so. But that was always going to happen when you have to chase the game majority of the time. Spain didn't really look as a threat to them and didn't really look as if they could do something outside of set pieces like you saw in the last 10 minutes. Outside of set pieces, Spain wasn't dangerous. But I would think Morocco is still satisfied with how this game is going, and they're looking to do that for the next 30 minutes, and then they can see how penalty shootout goes.
Okay. All right. Mr. Speed, you can go now, and then Unseen also sends a message to you, says, I need my jersey. Sir Speed, how much for it? But then you can go on to the game and you can answer Unseen afterwards.
Need to check our Facebook page. All right, so yes, I could just say ditto from the first, for everything that we said halftime. Nothing much has changed. Still 0-0. Well, the only thing that changed is that Spain actually got in 7 shots now. We got in 6 shots in this half as against 1 in the first half. So they tried a little bit more near the end. They only have 1 shot on target. They have 75% possession, 92% pass accuracy. Foul 14 times, but I can see Morocco start to foul a lot now. They have fouled 11 times, 1 yellow card apiece. Offside 4 times and for both teams each. And Spain has 4 corners. So definitely in the second half, Spain left it late, but they were pressing, trying to see if they can get the winner. I thought Spain was largely poor for probably about 75 minutes of the game. They just were playing not to lose in my mind and playing open that the Morocco teams would have made a mistake and they would get the score. Morocco didn't make any mistake. Then Spain started to probe. Morocco was, just a few occasions they were in a little bit of trouble, but they were able to deal with Spain, I think, effectively. So, again, I have a feeling that Spain won't change much because they don't want to lose the game. Morocco will make a couple forays into Spain half in the second in this stanza here because I think, remember I was telling you about these teams believe that they're fitter than the European teams, which could be true. And Morocco will make a couple foray in Spain half. They have the foot speed to come back and defend if they have to. So I think they are the ones who should just warm up just a little bit and try to get a goal. I would tell them to try to get the goal and still not go to the penalty shootout because Spain players are very experienced in this type of situation. And Morocco, unless they are in tip-top shape with their penalty, Spain will still have the edge. But boring so far. So let's see what happens. But the game has to be played, so let's see what happens.
All right, Sir Swaby, as the second half is about to begin, go ahead. What is your take on things?
Well, nothing has changed, from what we have discussed and pointed out from halftime. I think Morocco again is in a position where they have full control of proceedings because Spain, despite having more shots at goal, only have one on goal, and the one that came on goal, in fact, two shots they had on goal: a free kick that went directly from the service, and the shot that went from a combination play outside from a set play also that was driven as a cross that went to the goal. I think slowly but surely, Morocco is going to try and go forward and sneak this. All right, they're not going to want to go to penalties, but I don't think they have any fear of going to penalties also. But if they lose on penalties, they can always say, "Hey, it's not really a loss. We play one of the best teams toe-to-toe all the way through." Still think they need to do a better job keeping the ball, right? Let the Spanish team have to work a little bit also, because the Spanish team is not going to counter-attack them even if they push them back in their half because they're not built like that. Many times you have seen the Spanish team recover the ball and basically wait to have the Moroccan player drop in behind the ball to start play again, which is, to me, not a very clever way of trying to win this game. It goes back to what Mr. Speed said, them playing scared, them honestly playing scared. So I think if it goes to penalties, I'm putting my money on Morocco,
You are? How much money? But before you answer that, we have Demo, who has returned. I think he has finished his prayers and saying his 100 Hail Marys for the Spaniards.
I actually just woke up. It's a very boring game. I fell asleep.
You must have your own company because you said you were at work and you said you just woke up. I don't know which one of those.
There's a meme going around about the game and people using clothespins to keep their eyes open. It's that boring.
They were spoiled yesterday after the Brazilians played. I can understand.
Yeah, but I mean, I think Spain should win now. Seeing that it's gone into extra time, I think that they'll have a bit more experience going into extra time. So I think there was a game in the Euros recently that they went extra time and won as well. So they've had a bit of experience going into extra time playing. I'm not sure if they used all their substitutions as yet. I know they brought on like 3 players. So I'm not even sure who's on the bench who can be a real game changer other than Morata, who came on, and Williams. I'm not sure who else is there that can actually change the game.
Pino, that's his name?
No. He won't be a game
changer. Spain has made 3 changes so far.
Yeah. What about Danny Carvajal?
I mean, I asked for Carvajal at halftime for Llorente. That didn't happen, so I'm not sure that's going to happen again. I'm talking about attacking players who might be a threat going forward. Not much.
Only other really out and out is Alma for Fati.
Oh yes, Ansu Fati is on the bench. He scored in a friendly recently. He's always here's a chance for Spain at the top of the box, but Morocco does well, as they've been doing all game.
Oh, great pass. Morocco is in 1v1. The goalkeeper, can he finish it off? Oh, great defending. Eventually, the flag came up. Yes, he was clearly offside.
Spain need to watch out for the speed of the Moroccans and the counter-attack play.
They are playing a high line though. They set that trap really well.
I think this is the difference between like a Morocco and like a Croatia yesterday. You see how Croatia, they were not afraid to take out Ziyech, captain, Kovacic and Madrid in their game. Here you see the Moroccans really looking to Ziyech, even though he's tired, they are looking at his offensive quality. People, let me just say this before Coach Silby comes in. People, if you're watching, like El Gran Hero just said, please hit the like button. Right, let's get it. We're still shy of 50 likes. We need to get at least 50 likes before it gets the penalty. And if you have not yet subscribed, go ahead, subscribe to I Am Sure Sports. Also, please share the content with somebody else. Let them know that we have expert analysts breaking down the game for you, discussing strategies that can be applied. And many times the things that we say are eventually done by the coaches. So it does says we know a little bit about what we are talking about. You know, we have YouTube coaches and we actually have real coaches in life on the platform. Like I am a YouTube professional. I have my YouTube certification, you know, by the board of YouTube coaches. I have my pro YouTube license in coaching. Mr. Speed has his A license, that is CONCACAF, right? But I think YouTube have more viewers, so obviously my qualifications would amount to a bigger status than his. Coach Swaby has his qualification in the United States, but mine is global. It's on YouTube, so again, I think it is. Chris Lynch is a referee, people. He is. You could see him in 2026 in the United States officiating. Hopefully not the Jamaican game. And Dima will be working with I Am Sure Sports, as will be the lead broadcasting company covering the 2026 World Cup. You understand me? So don't worry, you'll be providing coverage.
Will you be providing a space for us to all gather and do it live? Or
I can afford to pay Dimo because he will be sleeping on the job, and at the end I can fire him. But I don't think I can.
Yeah.
Go ahead with the commentary. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I think both teams. Morocco has two more sub they can make, and I think
only one.
Spain making both subs right now with Balde and Fati coming on.
Yeah, remember they have the extra one, the 6-1, because it's extra time, right?
Yeah, but they made 5 already.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So no, yes, they only have one more, yes. And Spain just made a couple of subs just now. Again, I haven't seen anything that the Spanish has done. About 5 minutes into the latter part of the second half, they went a little bit longer. But right now they're back to playing, 25s and 15-yard passes, which plays into the hands of the Moroccan team, because now they can control those passes in front of the back four and the midfield four, or the resistant lines.
Yeah, now they have pace on both sides with Naki Williams and Fatty, so that is good. And they also have Balde, who is a very speedy wingback. So this is a good move for Spain. I
tend to know what the World Cup coaches do more than when I'm watching club football. Like, just watching the game, I just tend to know it. Like, Fatty, he's always going to play Fatty. Barcelona, he's just basically not going to watch the game play out like this and not try with Fatty. And basically, Alma was the candidate to come off, because I don't think he's worried about who is going to kick penalty kicks.
Yeah, definitely trying to win the game before penalties with these substitutions.
Dimo, they're saying that you should apply for the job at Fox Sports to replace Landon Donovan.
I definitely won't be calling it soccer and saying overtime.
I think you should change your first name to America, whatever your surname is, and then tell him, say, listen, his name is London, he can't do a good job as me. My name is America.
Yeah, man. The shape of Morocco is exquisite right now. They're just. Oh, here's a run now from Morata. He's in the box, cuts inside, cuts out, crosses inside. Oh, and it's headed away. Last ditch defending there by Morocco to get it off the 6-yard box. And Spain applying the pressure again, trying to win this before the penalty shootout.
So Morata has caused more problems than Asensio. Go ahead, Dima.
You see how long me tell you Morata for come on for him. Here it is on the right hand side now. 4 players in the box of Spain. The cross comes in and it's bubbled up. Here is Balde. He shoots. It's blocked again by the defender. About 12 defenders in the box for Morocco. And it's blocked extremely well by them as Balde has impacted the game right away. Excellent block there by Hakimi. And it goes out for, I think it's a corner kick or a throw, not sure. Oh, last stitch defending there. Here's the corner kick. Plays it out to Pedri. Pedri sizes up his options. It's intercepted by Morocco as they look to break, but Spain does well to defend and clear it out for a throw. Spain leaving themselves exposed here for any counter attack as they look for the winner. Moroccans are slowly getting to the throw-ins. They're wasting as much time as possible. As Hakimi finally gets the ball, fixes socks and his shin pads, throws it in now, and sends it long.
Spain didn't like that coach, the two coaches, Sir Huntley Selby and Mr. Speed was calling them cowards for playing 4 flat at the back. They look like they have gone 3 now and pushing more people up.
Trying to win it.
Yeah.
I definitely don't think Balde is playing as left back. He's playing as left winger right now.
Yeah, that's why I said they basically gone 3 because since he came onto the pitch, basically, I haven't seen him in no left back position.
No, he's playing as
a wing back. Headed away by the goal. Or go ahead.
He's playing as a left wing back right now. Right? And you can see a little bit of indiscipline creeping into the Moroccan team where the keeper came short loaded for that ball and the center back still headed away, not trusting that the keeper is going to get it cleanly and almost cause a problem for his own teammates right there. I think Zig's legs are done. He has not gotten into the ball one time yet and be productive in possession. It's almost as if he's hiding in plain sight, while all the other Moroccans are constantly not only defending 1v1, but trying to get in on the break.
I see El Granero says, this young lady told us in the lunchroom that this game is stupid because after 1 hour and a half, there are no points on the board.
I guarantee she's an American who doesn't understand that sport doesn't have to be a point every time you run down the field.
Yeah, not a problem. Ma'am, El Granero, tell her if she can still enjoy the commentary. She can come and listen to us, and a lot of points are being put on the board by her.
No, but I've seen a game by the name of baseball. And when the people get crazy, he just pitch a no hitter. You know, and going crazy about those games.
Top of the ninth, and still no score on the board.
Brilliant chance by Morocco just now. Goalkeeper making a good save, but the shot was not a quality shot to beat him. And now Spain is breaking on the other side. Poor pass as a turnover. But you will be seeing that in 2 seconds, gentlemen.
All right, go ahead, Demo.
Oh, I'm actually on the counter attack. I saw that chance already. You comment on the chance for Morocco.
But the Moroccan fathers lack quality there. You should have put that away.
That got to put away.
Yeah, that was it right there for Morocco. They missed it, still 0-0. A lot of tackles flying in here.
You're a player that you don't like, Charles. Richarlison would have put that away easy.
No, he loves Richarlison now.
Oh, he loves him now?
Yeah, he loves him now. He loves him.
The ball was stuck under the player's foot, though. I think that was a problem. But he should have scored.
So now, I mean, the two teams have opened up a little. They are playing more freer. Morocco is committing a lot of playing in the half of Spain. It's just
Which
for
I think
Spain
is
now
risky.
to really. Oh, and there was a slight deflection on the shot. Lucky it didn't go in. It's just for Spain now to try and break the lines now. They have some opportunities now. Morata is so much of a better runner off the ball into spaces, and that is also helping.
1 minute of additional time here in the first part of extra time. The ball is played in by Spain. For looking for Balde, it's headed out for a corner kick in the last minute by Hakimi. By Ziyech.
So looks like Mbappe will win the Golden Boot. He's on 5 goals. Or you think he can be surpassed by one of those players on 3? Because there are several players on 3.
1 second. The corner kick comes in from Solier. Solier plays it in. Somebody goes down in the box. Is this going to be...
You're saying Mbappe is finished scoring for this World Cup?
No, meaning with the lead that he has, if he can be surpassed by those on 3.
So the corner to be retaken by Solier. As there, it comes in now from Solier. Good ball into the box. Oh, and the keeper comes and punches well. There's a follow-up shot, and it's out for a throw as it's deflected by the defenders in the Morocco box. Throw in for Spain. Morata is down, asking for a penalty. And the keeper is there with him.
Very, very brave and executed that punch. Not a perfect punch, but very, very brave there.
All right, so this is the end of the first stanza of additional time. We have 15 minutes, and we could have the second penalty shootout here.
We can safely say this first 15 minutes was much more exciting than the second half and much of the first half of the game.
And this is when now the coach is under pressure. Decisions. So the decisions that can be made, I think Spain has one more change.
Both teams have one change because they have both used 5.
So the coach only have one tactical decision that he can make by a change, right? He can make other tactical decisions, like allowing the other wing back to attack. But he's thinking in his mind, do I take the chance or do I go to penalty shootout? What is it will let me save my face? Or is he going to be a brave coach and say, I don't care?
Morata and the coach arguing there.
They're probably arguing about tactics. So this is where now coaching has to interpret everything in real time and make the right decisions. This is where you could lose the game, or this is where you could win the game. And this is where you could just play safe.
Yes. And I just looked at both teams, and the Moroccan coach had the boys in a nice circle, having a quick conversation with them, and everybody came outside clapping hands and high-fiving each other. And then the Spain did not have a nice chat.
No, they were all over the place and being very individualistic with whatever.
And that to me is telling me that this is getting to them. This is getting to them little by little. And if they go to penalty shootout, I think if the Moroccans stay focused on the task at hand, like we discussed yesterday, coaches and the staff preparing them to execute, this could be a situation where Spain is on their way back tomorrow, flying back to Europe.
Already the ball given away as the second.
They have far to go.
Not far to go.
All right, so we throw it over to the man there in Qatar, Demo Jury. Go ahead with it, Demo
Yeah,
Jury.
long ball played over for Spain, looking for Morata, cleared away by the Moroccan defense as Spain looks to go longer and more direct, again trying to win this before penalties. Here they are on the break again. Soler with the ball plays it over to the left side for Balde, miscontrolled by Fati, and it's out for a goal kick. Getting a lot of messages on my phone while on commentary about the number of black players on the Spanish team. I'm not sure if you're just starting to watch Spain, but these guys have been in the team for a minute.
Yeah,
Talking about Balde, Fati, and
Williams.
And Williams, yes.
yeah, but remember, it was about 8 years ago when the first mixed player that played for Spain and got a lot of issue, a lot of problems. So they're turning the page on that now, slowly but surely. But black players have always come through the Spanish academies, but never gotten the rightful respect that they deserve.
Yeah, I think the first one I remember watching for Spain was Senna.
Remember, there's still clubs in Spain who don't promote too many black players into their first team, right? Atletico Bilbao still thinks that all their players should come from the region, and if a black player is not born in that region, he will not get a chance to play for the first team.
And I can understand why they would think like that, because clearly they do have a lot of success.
Exactly.
Or maybe it's economics.
You just remember, you gotta remember a lot of these societies are very old and rooted in how they still think about things, right?
I just want to give you an update. Okay, well, Cristiano Ronaldo looks like he'll be starting for Portugal. Their starting 11 is out. It was rumored that he would be dropped, but such is not the case. But there could be a late decision.
Dropped by who?
Dropped by the coach.
Yes, by who?
by the coach. But welcome,
Really?
Delroy Robinson, to the stream, and Balakar. Listen, again, thanks to all of you for coming on. If you're watching, please remember to ensure that you subscribe and hit that like button. Let's tell you where the likes are at. We're still not, there you go, we just passed 50. So let's see now we can get it to 60. And thanks to all the persons who are coming on, and when you come on to the stream, you subscribe. Continue to do that. Demo is going to give us some commentary for the next 5 minutes. We make it 13 minutes before we go into what they call the dreaded penalties.
All right, there was a long ball played over the top, headed away by Morocco. So there's a throw into Spain. They take it quickly back home to, that looks like Pedri, who passes it inside for Laporte. Laporte, like all the Spain players right now in the Moroccan half as they sit back onto their 18-yard box, forward trying to press a bit. Spain passing it around here. Soler passes it out to the right-hand side to Williams. Williams tries to make the pass. It's blocked by the defender there. Out for another throw-in, which Williams takes himself. Throws it into Soler, passes it to Laporte. Trying to pierce the eye of the needle here. Misplaced pass, cleared away again by the Moroccan defense. They're just booting it out. Another throw-in, which Balde takes. All the Spanish players inside the Moroccan half. Here's Rodri to Soler. Soler in possession. Plays it inside the midfield to Busquets, who loses out, but picks up again by the Spanish players. Soler on the ball. They play a pass over to the left-hand side to Fati. Fati overlapped by Balde, and Morocco wins possession, trying to hit on the break. Intercepted, and the defender clears. And it's on the left-hand side here for Morocco, who boots it long, and the defenders does well for Spain. And it's back to the
what did you report? The report, I had 2 reports on my phone since you said that, and it's a Ronaldo is going to be benched. Why did you say? Why did you say the contrary? You sure that's the report you saw?
I did say that there could be a before the game decision, but I have here the official lineup with an asterisk beside his name, which is very, very strange, which they may be suggesting that he is injured, but it looks like he's not going to be playing for this one. But when I look at the original lineup, it does have him in there with Joe Felix up front. So I have Ronaldo, Joe Felix, I have Neves, Bruno, and yeah, right. So let me tell you the lineup that I have: Silva, Neves, Carvalho, Fernandez, Felix, and Ronaldo. Dalot, Pepe, Diaz, Cancelo, and Costa. That is the lineup.
So just to go back to the game, I don't know if anybody was watching the coach mannerism. That's exactly how a coach should not coach on the sideline whenever things not going right for his team. He's showing his frustration. He's not cool. Clearly, he's probably not making the right decision. He's not portraying the type of image that he wants his team to have composed. He's saying it's their fault why we're not winning. Basically, he's throwing the blame on the players with all of his mannerism. That is exactly the way that you should not look as a coach on the sideline when you're in charge of it.
Morocco down to 10 men. The captain is off. They were trying to make a substitution. He's put in some bandage. This could be a hamstring issue here. They're trying to patch him up to put him back out there. 8 minutes remaining. Whoa. Should they make a change at this time? Or do you keep on your captain? Do you continue to play with 10 men?
Well, Saiz actually came back on the field, and there's a chance now for Spain on the right-hand side that Williams did not control well, and it's out for a throw into Morocco. Will milk this time and try to get it to as close as possible to penalties as they can. 112 minutes here. Enrique pushing all the Spanish players up further.
See, so El Granny, you're agreeing with your Mr. Speed, saying exactly, Sir Speed. Never let them see you sweat. All right, go ahead, Demo.
Throwing now to Morocco on this side here. I'm going to have to leave you to Sir Swaby, as I'm going to have to switch internet right now.
Are you feeling sleepy again?
Who wants penalty more? Yeah. Who wants penalty more? I think Morocco. At this point, Morocco would prefer penalty. I think Spain would believe that they have worked hard enough to win this one. But the coach here giving all kinds of instructions. Again, ball knocked out for us through into Morocco. We are in the 13th minute of the game, just 7 minutes in extra time left to go. Make it around 6 minutes and seconds to go before this one is called off. Unless somebody can find a late one, it would be devastating.
Yes. Morocco is driving. That 21 again have a chance. Oh, and he lacks the quality again to get the shot off or provide service. But just like we discussed, that player who's playing in the number 6 position for the Moroccan team, Amrabat is the man of the match for me. He just broke up a very promising attack from the Spanish and triggered an attack for the Moroccans just now. And good job on the information earlier. Also, management. This guy have an engine like a Ferrari. Never stops.
Yeah, he plays for Fiorentina. Think he was at AC Milan at one point or one of those other Milan teams. Yeah.
So now Spain again, the ball back into Spain. Ball back into the general, as we would call him, Sergio Busquets, who played a nice entry pass into midfield. The second pass, that goes from right to left. Ball runs out. Goal kick for the Moroccan team again.
Pep must be looking at this Chris Lynch saying, oh my God, and I've been struggling at centre back. Look at this, Rodri. All my issues are fixed.
No, I'm pretty sure Pep have known that, that Roger can play center back. He just tried to use the players that he has.
You think he would have said that to Enrique?
Yes, they're boys. Remember,
Yeah.
they're good
I
friends.
point that out to people that these Spaniards tend to work in conjunction because when I looked at Ferran Torres left Man City but go to Barcelona, I can only see that Pep is helping Barcelona. And then he sent Garcia there, who is not good, by the way. Eric Garcia, who I don't think is one of the better players.
So maybe
But
Barcelona was helping Pep.
Pep know that he's not good, and Luis Enrique know he's not good. That's why Roger is playing center half.
Oh, and then he tried to help out Arteta
Yeah, they help each other, to be
by
honest.
sending Zivchenko and Gabriel Jesus over there. I wonder if you want to send Haaland over there.
Alvarez, you probably have a chance with Alvarez.
Jack Grealish. Around 3 minutes to go. Morocco just need to keep the concentration here as the fans are bouncing in the stadium.
There's a promising attack just now by Morocco, and both players got in the way of each other, and the ball ended up switching hands, going the next direction, and Morata had a good chance on top of the box to either shoot or lay it off. Had two options and chose the wrong option. The ball goes out, recovered by the Moroccans, who would keep a plays a long ball in. Williams, good move by Williams. Oh, the ball went out. Oh, I thought that ball went out on the right side, but good job by Williams getting that ball inside. Now the referee's going to call it back because the ball did go over the end line. So it's going to be a goal kick for the Moroccans. Yeah, I remember a couple of days ago, the same play happened with the Japanese against, was it Germany? No, against Spain, when they scored that goal and the ball clearly went over the line.
It did not go over the line.
The ball clearly went over the line. Come on.
It did not go over the line. From the photos that I saw, it didn't go over the line.
The photos were blurry and from the bad angle.
That one is over the line.
There's 2 minutes to go, or under 2 minutes to go, and I'm pretty sure that the both teams are setting up themselves now for penalties because only a brilliant play by one of the attacking teams in attack, or a poor defensive error would cause one of the teams to lose right now.
I'm wondering if any of them will use up their final substitution if there's a penalty, like you have a penalty taker out there, or we have seen also teams change goalkeepers. Will there be a goalkeeper change by any of these teams? I think the Spaniards are saying, "Oh, why did you give that as out? We had the same thing,"
And corner kick with less than 50 seconds in extra time.
What? Williams is substituted. There you go.
Yep.
They have substituted the substitute.
What has he put on? Pino?
No, Sarabia. Which is really a penalty thing.
Yeah.
There's another sub coming on also for Morocco, and definitely this last sub is because this particular player, I don't see the number yet, who's coming on. He's probably coming on to try and get into the penalty shootout.
Yeah.
He's going for experience, Luis Enrique.
Yeah.
Taking off the younger Nico Williams, who's just 20 years old, and put on the 30-year-old.
Yeah, and Morocco has brought on Banoy. This must be a penalty move because that is it. The referee should be.
The referees are going to play 3 minutes extra just to bump in. Go ahead, man. 3 minutes extra.
Yeah,
added time.
I don't like the idea of so much additional time being played in extra time.
In extra time.
Send the thing to penalties. I like how schoolboy football do it. After the game is done, after 90 minutes, straight to penalties. I like that. I think that is more. It offers more suspense than the extra time.
Man, only you alone like that. You want to change all the rules. He's a maverick. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
But I think the referee didn't play a lot of time after the first stanza of the extra time. And somebody called him and said, listen, you should go 3 minutes this time. But it would be interesting if somebody scored now.
Well, let's not hope. I don't want that to happen. I'm telling you, it would not be good.
Holy smoke.
Every Moroccan is in their half.
Yeah, ball served in just now, left-footed in.
I don't want any of them to score, to be honest, because after they play such a game, now it's they play for this. So let's have it.
No, another corner kick for
5-4-1. Shit. Oh,
sorry, another corner kick for.
Yeah,
Spain.
but that was risky a while ago.
Very, very. Ball served in, head out. Ball didn't go past the front post.
Well, it did. It cleared it with some distance, but the keeper was going the other way. If that. Yeah.
Wicked man Chris has joined the stream. He says, African them for my money. So that means he's supporting Morocco for this one.
Again, back post player. Holy smoke. Everybody on TV saw that play at the back post wide open. The ball served to him. And I don't know what he was doing, but he hit it square across the goal. And he was onside also. And he just came on. I think in fact, he hits off the. Yeah, he saw the post. Came off the post.
That was poor.
Came right off the post. Wow.
Well, Spain has slowly passed 1,000 passes.
Dead by 1,000 cuts.
But they just couldn't pass one inside the goal.
Yeah, they just passed 1,000. Yes. 1,018.
925 of them accurate.
That's insane. Let's see how much is in the attacking half. Wow, they had 601 pass in the opposing half. That's crazy stuff. But gentlemen, it's that time of the day again, the second penalty shootout. And again, the Spanish team had not come together and have that nice huddle, a conversation, while you could see the Moroccan team walk over, congratulating each other and saying, hey, job well done, let's go do this now in a penalty shootout.
So if you look at the two set of spectators, you can see who is fretting and who is saying, come on. The Africans are saying, come on, let's do it. And the Spain people are just there quietly with their hands over their mouth. Boy, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen?
Yeah, Morocco doesn't have nothing to lose. That's the whole point of it, seriously.
Nothing to lose right now.
You know, it's everything.
And man, don't look so concerned, man. You're biting down your lip. You look like Demo feel right now.
Yeah.
Demo
to be honest, man is looking for a weaker opposition for Brazil. So man right now is begging these little teams to come through. So he's Brazil.
I want Switzerland to win, and I want Morocco to win.
So that's why you see man looking like that. So you I read him up and tell you that's what he's looking at.
Well, I can tell you right off the bat that I think Morocco is going to take this one, and I have with my lights. Should have all my lights ready to go right away, Hold on. I gotta find my lights. Because I'm telling you right now, we're gonna win this. Africa, we say.
Well, when was the last time an African team went into the last 8?
Wasn't that Ghana? Or was it Senegal? I think it was Ghana. I think so. I think it was Ghana. Could be wrong.
One thing I can say, the Africans have passed us. CONCACAF.
Well, can't find my remote, so we're just gonna celebrate with
Yeah,
as much vigor
Cameroon
as we
1990,
can.
Senegal 2002, and 2010 Ghana. So Ghana would have been the
Yeah.
last.
Yeah. Duclan says Spanish fly out of this Africa time now.
Well, hey, can someone call Demo and make sure that he's not only awake, but hasn't jumped out of a window or something?
No man, Demo is good man. Demo changing internet.
Well, remember,
He's trying to
throughout the
get the internet from
discussions,
Jamaica.
remember throughout the discussion point that most teams, and you could see South Korea, you could also saw that Japan, and now Morocco. A lot of teams know that the European teams, running is not one of their main strengths. So what they have done is played on that, is devise a tactic that helps them in that department. So they lock up the spaces and hope to be competing with running, either endurance or speed. And this is the reason why they have more or less, be able to perform so well against European teams, because they know that they just make them uncomfortable, put them in positions that they're uncomfortable with the amount of work rate and the speed that the teams carry. And that is what I think is affecting. It did affect a lot of matches with Japan, South Korea, and here again. I think that is what is affecting the performance of the Spaniard team against the Morocco team. The Spaniards were just afraid of that counter attack, or Morocco playing in transition. And because of that, they didn't commit enough player forward and wasn't able to score any goals. So let us see what happened in the shootout. So the two goalkeepers hugging up, wishing each other luck. I don't know if I would wish the other goalkeeper luck, but anyway. So the first kicker going to be Morocco.
Both of them play in Spain, All of these guys, like I say, a lot of Moroccans play in Spain. I think Wickedman Christian, they are born in Spain or they play in Spain because they're so close.
Yeah.
There was a Moroccan that was born, I think Hakimi.
Yeah. He was born in Spain.
Born in Madrid, yeah.
And if you look at this player here, of course, you can see some semblance.
First blood for Morocco. Very calm penalty. Very, very calm penalty.
Yeah. The goalkeeper for Morocco, you know who he looks like? Paul Torres that plays for Spain. And the goalkeeper for Spain looks like the Gerard Piqué. No, look at him. If he just had some more here. Piqué, yeah. And
It's 1-0 Morocco, like what Auntie Savvy said.
So if you, as a coach, you tell the goalkeeper, stop jumping up and down because you need to set. You don't want to be jumping up and down like that. And then I don't think when you're jumping up and down, you're kind of communicating properly.
Whoa. Spain just missed their first one. Pressure now is on Spain.
On their way out.
And you're right. You're right, Mr. Speed. I always do all the jumping and all that. But once the kicker is set, you get set. He can't throw him off.
Is this the man who came on as a
He
substitute?
came on to take penalties.
Oh my Lord, Sarabia, who had that close chance to score. Oh my word, can you believe this?
Came on for Williams.
I guess he's
Yes.
Irish. He loved the ball.
So it's the same thing we were discussing. Just when he saw that the keeper read him, he dragged it a little too wide. Okay? The keeper, that is why you need to stay steady, look where the person going and dive to that direction. Because at the last moment, he dragged it a little wider because he saw that the keeper read it right. And that is why he hit the post.
Oh, he's trying to restrain himself.
2-zip at the moment.
And him couldn't change direction anymore.
Ziyech scored right down the middle with a right-foot shot.
Again, stop diving all over the place. That would have been a regulation save. Jumping up and down and then diving and praying that the ball hit him. He's not trying to save the ball.
Right now, I think this one has a chance of missing also.
It's official now, guys. Ronaldo is a substitute in the...
Yeah, but that common sense would know that he was going to be a sub. Ronaldo think he's bigger than the sport. Oh!
Miss again.
First two, like I said.
Oh, it is.
Baby. Pan-African.
There's no coming back.
Oh,
yeah, they're pulling off...
There's no coming back.
Japan. This is Japan. Same thing with Japan yesterday.
The keeper moved, but if you look at the replay, his foot was still on the line, so they can't call it back. Here we go. Pan-Africa, baby. Send them home.
This is a next substitute.
Send them home. You scored this one. It's in your hands. That's it. All he has to do is relax and put it away.
They should give Hakimi the third one.
Well, the keeper has done his job.
Yes.
He doesn't need to save anymore. If
Hakimi should kick the third one. Hakimi should kick the third one. The third penalty is always important, right in the middle.
And the Spanish goalkeeper ready and made a save.
So why did they say that Spain take 1,000 penalty?
And the Spanish keeper saved this one.
Yes, he's ready and kick it. He read it the entire way.
You have to give
that was predictable. I could see that too.
Yes, you will see that.
Yeah. You have to give Hakimi the third penalty.
Oh, the general is up, gentlemen. The general is up. You know who we call the general?
Busquets, man.
He's up.
So your best penalty kicker?
I think he should have kicked the first one.
First, third, or fifth.
No. Third is good.
Yeah. Yes, first, third, or fifth. Those are the best kickers in those places. Poor penalty.
But these penalties are poor, though.
Whoa. Keeper save it again.
Spain Lord, it's done. Busquets missed. Oh, my Lord. The first time we've seen Busquets, he misses the penalty because he's normally effective even though he's not seen. Oh, my Lord. Busquets.
But what is that? That is not a penalty. That little shuffle thing.
That's like Biscuit. That's not Busquets.
Again. You have to give the keeper the
cream crackers, man. Cream crack. And he looked where he was going to kick the ball. Look at him looking.
Yes.
Look at him looking. Eye contact, everything. Oh, my Lord. Cream crackers. Biscuits.
It's not over.
Did he come off the line early, though?
Yes. I think he came off the line early, but they're not bringing it back.
Watch this. Oh, my Lord. What did he do?
No, he stayed. He didn't come off early.
Hakimi up. Hakimi just needs to score. And he's going to score. He should have kicked the third one. He's not missing, I'm telling you.
That's it. Panelka.
Hakimi not missing.
Panelka.
Hakimi should kick the third penalty. He's not missing.
He scored.
Yeah.
Over.
I'm telling you.
Over.
Why is this joker keeper diving all over the place? I mean,
and
this is amazing.
Just letting you know that Dima will not be back on the stream.
What, for the rest of the World Cup or
no, for the rest of the day.
Don't do that to Dima. I'm going to call him right now.
He's not going to return. He's going to tell you that he told us that Spain not going far. But Hakimi should have look at that. Hakimi should have kicked the third penalty, but Morocco, it is Africa into the
Last
quarterfinals.
8.
One more European team goes home.
I see it.
Oh my lord! So Europe will only have 5 teams in the quarterfinals. Brazil.
So, yes, somebody asked, where's the game? Where is he?
Who? Oh, he's in Manchester in England.
Or they didn't carry him?
No.
Really?
Who? Dia?
Yeah. So all the teams from that zone are home. Canada, Japan, Spain, Germany, and who else was in that group? Costa Rica, all gone home.
The keeper is a hero, and he's getting his plaudits right now. They turn him up in the air. He is overwhelmed. He's overwhelmed right now.
So,
Overwhelmed.
as we were discussing like earlier when we just started to cover, and we talk about the meta, the most effective tactics available. This is a classic example of a team sticking to what they thought would be best for them, no matter what was happening around them. They played basically defending in our own half and played on the counter attack. Not a transition to attack, it's more like a counter attack, which is opposite to transition to attack. So, and they stuck with it right throughout. I've seen occasion where they could have pressed the ball a little more for Spain, and when they reach the half line, they just run in a circle and get back in their defensive position, almost like training. So this is like an organization game. They just organize, defended every single attack Spain made in same fashion. Spain played into their hands by turning back the ball when they were in position to break the lines. And this is really why Spain has gone home, because Spain practiced to play one solitary way. It's not like you could see a Brazil team who could play in transition attack and they could play transition to defense and they could keep the ball in position whenever they want. This is usually a problem with teams that just play one single way all the time. You need more different type of way to break down teams. And Spain has played into the hands of Morocco by being one pace steady and doing the same thing over and over. You know, they have a saying, if you expect a different result by doing the same thing all the time, that is a definition of insanity. That was what caused Spain to go home today.
Yeah, Chris Lynch, what say you? And then we hear from Coach Swaby.
Yeah, I don't think anybody should be surprised. Coming into the game, we know what Morocco would bring to the game, obviously. And they are still not scored on. They are still not lost a game, so that's the most important thing about it. They came in, and like Sir Speed said, they know what their memo was. They know what their best chances of going through was, and they stuck to it. They didn't, with injuries and all of that, they still stuck to it. They survived a couple, but they got chances on Spain, and I think they should have buried the game. I think their chances were a little bit easier than the ones that Spain got, to be honest. And they should have probably buried the game, but that didn't happen, and they still stuck to the task. And their keeper came up big. Their keeper came up big. It was he saved what, 2 of them, but the third one, like Mr. Speed explained, it was because of how settled the keeper was. And when the kicker realized that he was red, he was trying to drag it. Like Mr. Speed said, he was trying to drag it, and it was dragged enough to hit the post and not go inside that post. So, but it was well played by Morocco. Any team that stick to their plan and execute, it's always good to see that.
Yeah, we have Demo and Mr. Porter, who has also joined us. Go ahead, gentlemen, and share your thoughts.
Man, I don't have a lot of time, right? No, honestly, and I'm just want to say what I have to say and just leave. Like, I'm just so taken aback Like you already knew my predictions, right? Coming into this whole World Cup. I didn't even have Spain to make it out the group, right? So I didn't have any optimism going forward. But the fact that they made it out and maybe, them squeak them way through and whatever. The fact that they made it out gave me renewed optimism as a Spanish fan. But then you come into a game like this. You don't play Morata who is on form. You never start with him. Yeah? You don't play Carvajal at right back. I think this is the first game Llorente is playing right back. And you choose this game to do it against Buffal and the left back over that side. When Carvajal already have the experience. Anyway, fast forward, Morocco stuck to the game plan and they did what they had to do to take the game here. You brought on Sarabia for Williams, who you put on in a halftime, who was creating havoc when he came on. You took off Williams, you put on a freshman, I guess, for kick penalties. I hate when coaches do that, bringing on people for just kick penalties. Freshman. And you make him take your first penalty kick in a shootout? When you have, Busquets making penalties, sure, fine, whatever. But you have people who are experienced, goal scorers, Morata, Busquets, whatever. Why is the freshman who you just put on a kick your first penalty of a shootout? Makes no sense to me, right? Then you have a other man who you bring on, Solier, is also a freshman. He played probably about 30 minutes, whatever it was. It is just so annoying that I gave myself renewed hope for this Spain team going forward because they made it. I know so they never play no football, I know that this team, they're young, they're transitioning, they phase out all of the old guys. I'm gonna say all of this from before the World Cup start. But then I fooled myself to think that this team will go forward because they make it out of the group. And so I just want for just like shake up myself and say, Demo, you know better, you understand football better than this. Not because they made it out of the group means to them they're going to progress any further. And so I just want to publicly come on here and knock myself for giving myself false hope and just give Morocco the credit that they deserve because they were excellent. Some very poor penalties by Spain, but they were excellent throughout the game with the game plan and they deservedly went through to the next stage. So
Yeah,
big
man.
up to
But don't
Morocco.
worry, Demo. I have help for you. Help us come your way, my friend.
What,
Do
what,
not worry. We have you all sorted out. I've just removed a couple persons out of the Brazil bandwagon, and I've left a first class seat for you. So just come on board, man.
No man, no, never. Like me hit the hurt one is man. So I could just leave here and listen to the show and big up for themselves.
All right, big up, Mr. Porter. Thank you, Demo. Mr. Porter, what say
Yep,
you?
man is man. I always say that all these players are professional players. They get paid to play. And you're in a knockout round. It's a reason why they're there. And the next thing again, as long as that game says 0-0, every team have a chance. Spain might be the pedigree team, but Morocco kept themselves in the game and they know that they're in with a chance. And when it gets to the penalty kicks, they said, yes, I think we have seen the promised land. We have been to the mountaintop and have seen the promised land. And those penalty by Spain, if I was a
No,
Spanish
it's
coach,
okay. It's okay, Mr. Porter. You can call him Pain.
yeah, pain.
It's painful
Yeah,
watching them play football.
yeah, it was painful watching them. Listen to me. I would have them locked up. Busquets and all. These are winners, Champions League winners, been to the World Cup before. And you go out and do that.
But they don't. How many Champions League winners they have out there? They don't have any champion.
Busquets win Champions League.
But how many? It's just one.
Probably, yeah, but look at the penalty that
Ziyech won Champions League.
Okay, look at the penalty that Busquets.
No man, I'm fine with that. I'm just saying that. Don't talk like Spain have a lot of people with Champions League.
No, they don't. They don't.
In this team. Yeah.
They don't. I think what's his name win Champions League with Messi. Jordi Alba as well. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I mean, it is a shame the way how they go out and deliver themselves, man. It was poor. It's the poorest penalties I've seen in a very long time. And I heard Mr. Speed said it too. A very long time.
Yeah.
And they have themselves to be blamed. Well, there are some young players, good, exciting players, their team. Whatever they're doing going forward, I wish them all the best. But this Morocco team, I mean, the weather is fine for them, right and everything. You never know how deep they can go into this tournament. But I'm still gonna say this is a swan song for the great one.
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead, Coach Swaby. What say you?
Well, I first thing, the penalties by the Spanish weren't good, right? I can understand a keeper saving a penalty, but if it's hit with conviction, and the keeper save it, then you give the keeper credit. If you don't hit it with conviction and the keeper save it, then you play into his hand. And even the one that hit the post, once the keeper read it, the kicker decided that he was going to try and move it even further away. But the pace that it was kicked with, if you kick it with the same pace, he probably would have got this ball in the back end. But congratulations to Morocco. We have had several discussions over the past 2.5 weeks about the teams that come to the World Cup with a plan, a true plan of tactical awareness, tactical understanding, and tactical application defensively is going to stay in this World Cup longer than a team that comes and say, hey, we're going to open this up and go after you because we have more talent. All right. More talent doesn't mean at the highest level you're going to win. It means that it gives you a chance to win. It gives you a better than even chance to win. And you watch the Moroccan team play today and sticking to their um, game plan, a game plan that obviously the coach have had them working on for the past 3 years. It wasn't something that was implemented a month ago or 2 weeks ago. This was something that been working on over and over and over. And despite them not having as much success in the African Nation Cup, they come here in the World Cup. And I always think that good defense beat good offense long term. All right. Can this take them to the next round if they play Portugal? All right. And if Portugal don't stick to their guns, and
Portugal? Why you say Portugal? Portugal almost, yeah.
I'm just saying, if they play Portugal, say Portugal win and they play Portugal, Portugal can't beat this team. Can't beat this team. All right.
I don't think none of the teams, Switzerland and Portugal, will beat them.
I was just about to say that. I said, and even Switzerland go through. This team is going to go to the semifinals. I put, not money on it, but I put years of football watching and football coaching and being involved because they're dynamic. It's not just they don't have a lethal goal scorer because if they had a lethal goal scorer today, also this game would have been over because the two chances that they had when the players ran in the box, they would have pulled the trigger and finished off the game. But just watch them work for each other. It shows that team unity. All right, like right now, the Portuguese team is broken because the captain is so selfish, and they have to finally take him out of the team to show that hey, he doesn't run the group. You watch how this team play at halftime, or they came together, extra time, or they went right together as a collective. Right before the penalties, they went over and was high fiving each other. Hey, this is where we win it now. While you could see the Spanish team looking like disheveled, like they don't know what the next move is gonna be. All right, and they went out and they did the job from the goalkeeper all the way through. He's getting all the plaudits right now because he did a great job. It wasn't the greatest football game. Yesterday morning was sublime with the football. 30 minutes into the Brazilian game yesterday was sublime. Today it was just about team ethic, team morale, collective playing as a group, and getting the job done. I'm happy that once more, it doesn't happen often, but there's another African team that's going into the quarterfinals of the World Cup. And every single one of us on this chat should be happy that our kindred spirits are moving forward. All right. And taking the scalp off, one of the top 5 nations in the world when it comes to football.
Sir Speed, what say you?
Right. So this is the 4th team that has made it to the quarterfinals of 14 from Africa, Cameroon in 1990, Senegal in 2002, and Ghana in 2014. But this is one of the examples that I will always show to coaches that I'm teaching to coach of the contrast between the two coaches. Look at even, I can start at the end. I was discussing the coach earlier in the game. During the penalty shootout, the Spanish coach was all alone sitting in the dugout. Him just sit down. So it's like them and me. The other coach hug up in coaching staff and the whole of them they root for their players. Look, Spaniards made 1,019 pass. Very good. But at the end, they don't deserve to go anywhere but where they are now. It's the first time in a long time I've seen a team win a penalty shootout 3-0. It just don't happen. Which tells me that they were not prepared. They had no plan. They were not cohesive as a team. They left the Manchester United goalkeeper in England, which I didn't agree. That's a good penalty. I don't agree that he can be one of the top 3 teams in Spain. So for whatever reason they did. And then you could see that they don't practice. The goalkeeper was in the goal, was not trained. Remember we were discussing it yesterday?
Yep.
The person who you should train is the goalkeeper. 2 of the goals went straight down the middle. The keeper was flying all over the place and nobody kicked the ball yet. So Spain definitely passing is important, but definitely that's not the only reason why you should win a game. So Morocco well deserved the victory. And I think I spoke before about how disciplined they were in choosing their meta and stick to it. But when you're going along in the game, more and more you realize that Spain don't deserve to go any further in this World Cup. They were out-coached. They were the players with lesser ability stick to the plan, and they deserve the win. There's no doubt in my mind that they deserve the win.
Yeah, let me just say a couple of things. And you're right. And Jason just brought up something important. If Sergio Ramos was in this team, he would have kicked the first penalty. And 98% of the time, he's going to score. Right? Boss Thomas says Spain have lost the most World Cup games and penalties. Interesting fact there. All right, but let me just say this, right? Christopher Wright, I did tell people a long time about this Moroccan CDM. Amarat, very good CDM, has really played well so far, right? But again, I think like Spain is a short form of Poland. There's nothing to their play. Poland just play long ball in the air because them tall. Spain just pass with no purpose most of the time. And this idea that you can consistently play without a center forward and win games, it has not been working, and it did not work for them in the Euros. And they have kept on doing it and kept on believing it. And there is no world-class Spanish strikers right now. You tell me one. The last one was David Villa. Before that was Raul and Fernando Torres. You tell me, tell me the last Spanish forward that in the last 10 years that you see sold for large money because he's a big center forward. None. And
well, Morata was sold for big money and failed the test.
Maybe the Brazilian, and they kill his career.
Diego
Costa.
Well, maybe Diego Costa.
Look,
right?
the tiki-taka thing don't work. Last when they rule the world, they had really great players, with the tiki-taka. They even when they tried to use a false line, they used Cesc Fabregas, and it was good. I mean, he's so technically sound. Iniesta and Xavi was like you couldn't take the ball off them, but they could put the ball on a penny anywhere they wanted to put it.
Exactly.
So these are not the same class of midfielders who could find anybody anywhere they wanted to. So to use the stick attacker style, I think they were more concerned with counting up the passes to 1,000 in every match more than anything else. They were not penetrating. The best, as I said, the first rule of attack is to penetrate. If you can penetrate right away, you can. So how I know Spain wasn't a good team is because their transition to attack, it was almost non-existent.
Non-existent.
Non-existent. And for you to be able to play, you have to can use the possession to score goals. It can't be for any other use except to score goals. So their transition to attack was poor. Their transition was to defense is poor too. That is why they left back 4 players to make sure that whenever the next team attack them with pace, they have numbers around the back already. And that is why they never get the width. They wasn't able to put enough pressure on the last line of resistance that Cameroon has. If you look at how they set up, every time Cameroon set a back 4, there was just one person on the back 4. Everybody else.
Morocco, not Cameroon. Morocco.
I keep on saying Cameroon. Every time Morocco set up, there was just one attacking player near to the last line of resistance. And that is the reason why they were never able to break them down. It was when they brought on Morata, he actually understands some of the runs that a centre forward should make. And to tell the truth, Morata probably has sold for the most money in the history of football based on the amount of transfer that he has got. Failed everywhere though. But he was the one who kind of started to make a couple runs. And then you could have seen Spain a little bit more focused. But the truth is, Spain deserved to lose today. Passing the ball around is not enough. You must penetrate to win games. That's what.
Yeah. All right. So
let me piggyback on what Mr. Speed just said. And just passing the ball doesn't do anything for you unless you have the other pieces, which is a 9 who can get in and be effective. I don't think Spain looked like they were a threatening team, even though the Costa Rica game was a game where Costa Rica was just poor. It wasn't that Spain was excellent. Costa Rica was downright awful also, right? So, only one game they scored so many goals, and every other game after that they struggled to create chances because it was too slow, too predictable, and never put pressure on the opponent back line. And once you do that, once you're not threatening a team in behind, it's easy for them to defend you. So Spain is on their way back to the hotel right now to pack up and go home because they have to go and rethink the way how they play their football going forward. That football only works if you have the effective players in the 9, 7, and 11 position. And the 2 players that they start outside can't go past any of us on this program right now, right? And when they put on the 2 kids who could go past people, they ultimately took off one more, one of them in extra time to put on a penalty kicker who ended up missing his penalty. So they have to go back and rethink this tiki-taka. It's not dead, but they got to rethink it. I don't think they're going to change. They just got to have to rethink it and see what else they can come from this. Because 1,000 passes in 2 games and end up losing. No, not good.
Yeah.
But also, Coach Huntley, it is good when you have a 7, 11, and a 9. But if you don't have midfielders who can get the ball to them, so they can get past people, as Mr. Speed says, penetration is the key.
Yeah.
And if you don't have that, it doesn't make sense so much 7, 11, and 9 you have.
True.
Yeah. All right, people. So listen, want to thank you all. Let me say a big thank you to Demo, Chris Lynch, Coach Huntley Swaby, Mr. Rudolph Speed, Mr. Devon Porter, every person who viewed this video, all the persons in the comment section, all of those who provided facts, information, asked questions, all those who hit the like button, those who subscribed for the first time to the platform, thank you. Those of you who invited someone to be a subscriber, thank you as well. We have a next game, so we need to take a break. We'll be back on at 1:45. That's around 30 minutes from now. So go have your lunch, refresh yourselves, take a power nap, right? Take a power nap. Don't be like Demo. Take just a power nap, 10 minutes or so. You take a lot of those in the days. It is good for you. And then we get back to the stream at 1:45. Cristiano Ronaldo sitting on the bench. Could Switzerland spring a surprise to go through instead of Portugal? They are the teams. I did say Morocco going through, and I'm going to tell you Switzerland going through. Join us at 1:45. Before you go, however, please hit the like button, right? Share and get somebody to subscribe. Let us increase the subscription by the time we come back for that video at 1:45. Also want to remind you that after we have our post-game show for the last game, we'll have Coach Robin Fraser of the Colorado Rapids MLS team who will be on sharing us something that is happening in Jamaica next weekend. Big thing, if you're a footballer, you need to know. If you know a footballer, you're a coach, you need to be involved in this. So we're going to have him on. I am Management. I want to say a big thank you again for being a part of this broadcast. Enjoy the rest of your day. Be safe. Add value to someone's life as you go. You know, when we get here, we say we are over and we are OUT out of here.
Boom, check it out. I don't know it's Jason. I'm a represent for I Am Sure Sports. For the latest news and updates, check out I Am Sure Sports. Make sure you go to the YouTube channel, subscribe and share. Jason presenting I Am Sure. I Am Sure Sports.